Oh, God.
You're right there.
What is with the pencil thing?
Bro, you
She's decided that helps her feed. There
Make
you
it
go.
last for longer.
Okay.
Relish the strawberry.
It's because you're trying to eat around the lead.
And not eat the lead, because the
Graphite.
lead, eating the lead
Graphite,
would be a very bad
whatever.
idea.
Whatever it is, it's not good to ingest.
It is
Graphite.
not
Bad
bad.
to ingest.
That's true, lead's bad to ingest.
They moved it to graphite because it's fine to
Yeah,
Let's play D&D.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Alec. Great
Speaking
idea.
of pencils, let's
Okay.
play.
Hello, everybody, and once again, welcome to another episode of Too Many 20's, the show where the dice are many, the rolls are few, but 20's, maybe enough, who knows. And we've got to say that, once again, we've had a wonderful sponsor for this episode, because we have to say that this episode has been brought to you by the wonderful people of 1985 Games and their fantastic product, Dungeon Craft Volume 1. There's going to be more, but give it time. From dungeons to forests to towns, this pack of laminated, dry erase-enabled grid tiles allows DMs to bring their games alive in a whole new way. Providing vibrant artwork of NPCs, terrain, and dungeon layout, this pack will be any DM's first port of call when looking to spruce up their table. Links to their product will be included in the description of the episode.
That's pretty sick, to be fair.
Yeah. Why, thank you, Alex.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, fellas. It was a hell of a send. Okay, so if everybody remembers as occurred and happened last time. No.
Yes, what happened last week?
I said last time. That's got enough vagaries in it that people can't jump on us. Now they're going to. Thank you, John. Oh,
Flat out lied to you, I'm sorry.
okay, now, if we remember how things happened last episode, there was a, how shall we put it, a kerfuffle on the construction site of Madame Thornton's previous domicile, where the new tenant of it, the merchant, asked the group to help him with construction, and several orcs had seemingly gone missing. They had hired a orc building squad, and some people had wandered off. They thought it a little bit odd, so the heroes got sent to recover him. Turns out that a piece of Orville's mask had got in him, and he was slowly turning porcelain. And as he was turning porcelain, he was converting the orcs and seemingly an ogre around him. As a battle broke out, and, well, I think you all discovered how nasty that porcelain orc was.
It's alright.
He's alright. Mate.
It's alright.
It hurts. It hurts.
Oh dear. And then there was... There's a solid amount of whooping happened between orcs dying, orcs killing themselves, orcs being bad for heroes and killing themselves, and Tim getting stomped into the ground multiple times. Because, hey, what's a meat shield if not shielding?
Yeah, nobody else got hurt properly. Thank you.
So,
I have one
served
job,
the purpose of
and 'twas done.
Yeah.
Was.
I'd adopted an orc friend.
'Twas
We
truly...
had a good time.
You adopted an orc friend for about 5 minutes.
Yeah. It was quite a long time.
Not even-
Combat is
not
6
even that,
seconds
I don't
a turn.
think.
I mean, that's a long time.
I think,
It was
yeah,
really lovely.
he just got...
He was just a bit embarrassed on my behalf that I couldn't hit him.
And then unfortunately, the big guy was killed.
Yes, as
Ogre.
unfortunately the ogre, it was discovered was under mind control as these guys destroyed the shard of mask that was controlling him. However, Tim had already gone into rage mode.
So he was killed
Brain-
by the orcs.
Brain power does not often occur for poor Tim when he's raging out. So, well, the ogre lost his hands, let's go with that. And then he had a nice death as he was allowed some gold and allowed to die peacefully. As Caboyne allowed him a peaceful death without any of that purplish mess going on. And then, so I believe that is where we left it last episode. So
Yes, and Zeife told Tim it was the orcs, but did not roll very high.
nobody ruined it for him.
She didn't roll well.
Yeah, she thinks she's convincing. Okay. So, as you're all sat there just taking a deep breath from that whole thing that happened, as there are bodies strewn about the place, there's fractured, like, dust implosion pieces of that orc left. Although, from the looks of it, there's no life coming from any of the fractured pieces or anything left. It's just effectively powder. I see that look you do.
Yes, I hear the words you're saying. I'm just not sure how many of them I
Can
believe.
be trusted.
You can always trust the DM, right? Right?
No, you don't.
Right? Right?
Okay, and as the kind of the darkness of the day settles in and night begins to take over, there's a almost tranquil silence in the forest. You hear the occasional woo, woo. Other than that, not much really. Like there's almost a solemn moment in the trees.
We're gonna burn them.
Be the right thing to do.
Give us some light as well.
You leave that in your hands. I think it's more your area of expertise.
How heavy are these orcs?
Pretty heavy. I mean, some have been chopped in half, so they weigh far less, but they are still pretty heavy. They're quite burly, like 6 foot, 7 foot tall fella.
Yeah.
I'll start hauling them.
Travel
into the
size.
pile.
There's already there's a bonfire, isn't there, in the middle of the camp?
There
Is
was
that
a
right?
campfire, but it wasn't like a bonfire. It was just like a standard campfire.
So I'll start pulling the bodies around the fire.
Oh, I was gonna start pulling them into the fire. I start pulling them into the fire.
Okay, fair enough.
At this point, you're effectively smothering the fire.
Well,
Doesn't
Too
seem,
many
make
bodies
more
for fire.
fire.
doesn't seem very orthodox for a
I'm just stood
burial
looking at the
type
ogre
thing. Is it? Are you doing
the whole time.
As you look over, it seems like he died with somehow a smile on his face. As you just see between like the big gnarled lips and just big tusks sticking out of him. He seemed happy for
he's got-
whatever moment.
Oh, he's got goldenness. He's like hugging some
Yes.
goldenness chest. That's it. Yeah.
He's not quite hugging it because
Yep.
he can't
No.
do that. He's stumping it.
Is there a difference in the colour of blood of the orcs and the ogre?
Not hugely. Like it's all kind of that same kind of blackish, kind of thick, like kind of.
I just look at the blood on.
We'll burn him separately. Right? It wasn't his fault he was here.
Right.
And, we can't move him, I guess, so.
Can I look for pieces, shards of that thing that was in his head, the porcelain?
Sure. It's wrong perception.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Oh, where's my stats? Perception. 12.
In the dusky, kind of twilighty darkness of the time, you're able to pretty much the explosion was a big rings of this dust are now around, like this kind of whitish with purple tinge, like a single piece you wouldn't be able to tell the color, but as it's collectively kind of like how do they put it, like what's the word for it, like powder circles.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's effectively like that at this point. It kind of lines the area in a way that it
Does it
explodes
seem
out.
active in any way?
Roll me an Arcana.
Oh, even worse.
Oh,
9.
9. Very well. You don't sense any kind of action from it. You're not trusting that dice anymore.
Nope. It was doing well before the show.
But dude, come on, it's purple.
I didn't really realise that. I know it's purple, but I didn't clock on to the connected to the episode until you just did that.
I don't like the purple things.
It's even got like a purple sea smoky effect to it as well.
That's the right kind of purple for
Do you
Hazel.
want instead?
I may need to borrow that.
All of Alice's dice are bloody purple. Bit of blue in there.
There it is.
Oh,
Now we know.
Now he's broken.
It makes sense now.
Alice is the
Pulls
big
out-
bad.
He pulls out his purple spellbook from his
That's
purple
something
robe.
you
and
just
goes, hang on a
did.
minute.
Brings down the porcelain mask.
Shit.
I cast fireball.
So once the
He
bodies
played us
are,
like a damn fiddle.
gathered,
As you've all
Start,
littered kind
yeah.
of the bodies, like it does kind of snuff the fire mostly, but you do feel like crackle of like faint embers still burning the bodies. Like there wasn't enough flame for any of the flesh to catch light.
Yeah.
But you do start smelling that kind of burnt like corpse smell. Like you're used to it. You've smelled it before. You don't like the smell, but you're used to it, and you're just like,
take out an incense
old hat.
candle, light up the incense, set it down.
Okay.
A blessing, safe passage for their souls,
Okay. Roll
wherever
me-
that may
roll me
be that they
religion.
go. 12.
That's a hell of a roll.
The gods were immediate with their
Laura
response.
smiles at them.
That was a 1.
God immediately goes beep. Now,
Nice! Out the window.
as you,
Your god is the Roadrunner.
it was blurry, you've been spotted. As you place your hands in prayer and just take a moment, spinning the coin in your beard, you feel words coming to you from somewhere, but oddly enough, not from the sky, not from the seemingly godly heavens that you expected from. They seem to be coming from underground.
Ooh, that is the opposite.
However, well, as I
I've
say,
been
you
getting
start hearing seemingly celestial, peaceful words coming from underground. Grenville has no idea.
Is it in celestial?
It
Screws in his ear.
celestial. God's lying. God's a lie.
I am far away.
Yeah, far away, but you're near it.
Do you speak celestial?
I'm far away.
And do you hear his weird, do you hear the weird
No
religious
answer.
incantations in his
Do you
head?
speak celestial? I'm far
Are you
away.
also inside my head?
I hear kaboing.
I'm far away. What was the area? Was there a cave or where the evil? I can't. What was?
Came out from a cave. Okay.
Yeah, it came from. Yeah.
This
What was it? What-
is what is said multitudes of times in your head. Seemingly
This has
echoing.
never worked in the past, so please don't throw it.
I'm not going to
It's
throw
never
it.
worked.
I'm passing it. Thank you.
Better for you, Joe, because I've got the light cable.
I will use the Joe
Thank you.
messenger. It's a better idea.
Yeah. He's very, very good at that.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Joe. Right. Okay.
Okay, I take it all back.
Fuck God.
What's the accent to that voice?
What's the accent? Ooh, the accent seems a little French.
Little.
Okay.
Right.
Oh,
I say French, but
Okay. That's in keeping. Sort of thing they might say.
whatever.
That
Whatever.
implies-
they might
think
think-
French. Whatever French is.
That implies the
spirit of
existence of
Nicholas
France.
Sarko.
How dare France exist in a fictional land?
Let's go to France, everyone.
Okay.
you know what? We're done with this town. Let's just leave it and go to France.
Let's go skiing.
Let's start a new town with blackjack and hooks. You know what? Forget the town.
Okay. In relation to the pile of smouldering bodies, where is the voice coming from?
Not from the bodies.
Okay. Not from that direction.
Seemingly from where you were, it seemed to come from. I can't remember where you were. It seemed to come somewhere kind of to the southeast kind of direction.
Oh, I need the map.
Oh, Christ.
Good for you.
I need the map.
I need
I want the map.
There you go.
So these bodies.
I have a heading. That's all
Have
I'm good
zero
for.
maps.
Oh.
So Aaron, these bodies are just—they're not really
it
burning.
southeast?
They're just
Okay,
lying
it's
about.
alright.
They're cooking.
Yeah, they're cooking slowly.
That's the old well.
It does not smell delicious to you.
Where did we go?
I already rolled to see if it did.
We'll find those here.
Okay.
You need to rest,
We
10.
went through the
How you
forest to get to yoga.
Fine.
Yeah, that's
Alister, Mr. Mordenkainen. We're just cooking these orcs. Can you?
Fire them somehow.
Gaboin's eyes
That's,
have
that's kind
shot
of
at
your
you.
thing, right?
As you guys are contemplating this, roll me. Who's got the best? Who's got advantage on survival?
Not me.
No one has a bad. Do you mean
As in, oh no, proficiency, not advantage. What am
I
I
think
talking
I do. Yeah,
I do not.
about? Okay, roll me survival.
10.
Yeah, you start to realise it might
Just
not be a
capture
good
fire.
idea to cook corpses in the middle of the wilderness. As that does increase the smell and makes it smell, even if it's not to you, very delicious to something. And as you are thinking this, you start hearing the sounds of something walking through the bush with very heavy. Oh, for God's sake.
Guys, something's coming. I think we've made dinner.
Well, perception.
we are.
Can we hear where
let's-
it's coming from?
Sure, roll perception.
23.
As you look, you see seemingly a diminutive shadow walking through the bush with its head held high, sniffing the air. As you see Grenmore walking in, seemingly entranced by the smell.
That makes so much sense. It's so
Yeah.
messed up.
Oh,
Also,
hey.
I wrap
do I
up my
have the
prayer very
blindfold on
quickly.
still?
You do.
I
That's
do.
why you're following your sense of
So
smell.
I'm still blindfolded.
Just smelling the good old smell of bacon.
So I'm just like,
I'm just gonna
It's,
stop him
it
before
smells
he
That's
green.
walks into
Oh.
the fire.
oh, that's a bit hot.
You hungry? Little little person.
Yes. Yes, I am.
These,
I recognise that voice.
these things aren't tasty. Don't eat them.
Tim.
Guys, Gaboin, Alister, you'll probably know about this. If cooking these things is gonna bring more stuff, I don't think Grenville will be the only hungry person in the woods.
That's true.
But I don't know much about things that come back. I feel like that's kind of your thing. But are they gonna come back?
As you say this, a couple crows flutter down and just start pecking at the bodies.
What direction do they fly in from?
The trees
Compass away.
all over the place.
Okay.
Yeah, like there's no discernible direction.
Asking the
Right.
southeast
Is there-
direction.
Yeah, they're not a southeasterly flight then.
Genetic murder.
Is there a way to stop them
They're
coming
not
back
tough.
that doesn't involve burning them? Like,
I think that's all Gaboin's.
I can delay it, but I can't stop it.
Can we
can we, if
do
we,
it quicker somehow?
not that this sounds like a pleasant idea, but if we chop them up into little bits,
We remove their heads. That might work.
I didn't stop the ear collector. Remember that, Tim?
How long has it
It
been
won't stop the
since
body, it won't stop the soul.
I went to
What's the difference?
walked off
Souls come back. Bodies can be replaced.
a couple of days.
well,
been stumbling
surely it's
around.
better that they gotta try to
2
replace
days.
than just have one.
Oh, if that's what you want to do, I won't
Making
stop
too
you.
many brews.
What do you want, Tim?
Take out my axe and I begin to just chop them into pieces.
I go off. That's something.
As you
No.
approach, the crows fly away.
Systematically, like hand, elbow, shoulder.
Okay, roll me a strength check. And this is you're using your axe.
Not great. That'll be 7.
Now roll me a sleight of hand.
And the axe is gone.
Worse.
Oh.
6.
As you are chopping through the corpses, you start chopping and you're getting worse and worse at it as you're going, just seemingly losing your will to do this as just the meat is separated. As you get to the ogre, there is a moment of pause. and
I'm
then
not going to do the ogre yet.
as you pause, and then you look at your blade and you realise it is now completely like dulled to a stump.
Alister, where are you heading?
I want to have a look inside the cave, see where it came from. I want to just know what we're dealing with, if there's anything we can learn.
How far is the
I might
cave from
watch.
where we are with the body?
It's about 20, 30 feet away.
Okay. What sort of rubble is on the ground around me?
Around you, just like grass and kind of patch in earth where they've kind of ripped up a bit of burnt grass, some logs and bedrolls, and then there's kind of that powdery remains
Are
of
there any small? How big are the logs? What's the smallest size of log?
they're like about big enough to like sit on. They're not huge.
Okay. They're quite big, but
You like they're small enough that you could sit on them, you could straddle them, it'd be fine.
yeah. Can I reasonably lift one up?
You'd have to roll strength.
But I roll it.
You'd have to roll strength. I'll give you different checks. For those.
Yeah. Are you heading off towards the cave?
Yeah, Zeife and I are heading
Both
into the
heading
cave.
off, yeah. Can either of you see where you're going?
I've got a torch.
Torch.
Got a torch.
Yeah, that's why she was going like that.
Well,
That's
I
how she holds the sword out.
exhausted. I'm gonna sit down for a bit and just chill. I've been walking around for 2 days. I still. You got any more of that pork?
Just lob a ration at you.
Okay.
Just smacks you in the back of the head.
Roll me a sleight of hand with disadvantage.
You're gonna hear it coming. Like,
It's 16.
Okay, as you are just like doing straight of thrashing,
Monk powers.
it's
You got
almost
told.
like it was just like instinct. It's
Yeah.
like you obviously weren't using your brain for this. You were just like, hey, I've been trained as a monk.
just that hungry.
Fantastic. All right. Well, I'm gonna just kick back for a sec, catch my breath, get my strength.
I love
As-
you still wearing a blindfold.
As I'm looking at the ogre, I take out Talon and I don't cut him up. I start to slice the tendons at the joints and then I cut his head off.
As messed up as it is, I get it.
Okay, so as
No
you
movement
roll
at
me
all.
again a sleight of hand.
4.
Yeah, as you try to be surgical with a huge longsword, and as you go, okay, steady, steady, you'll kind of bounce on it like you would a snooker shot, like steady, steady, just sawing back and forth, and then you just go, swoop, and it chops half the head off. As you just go, whoop,
Kinda good.
and it slices through it like butter, but it has now kind of gone like that.
It's pretty good.
Oh, another mental spell.
No, the face doesn't change. Once I've done that, I stab Talon in the floor and I begin to use the end of the now blunted battle axe to start trying to dig a massive grave.
That'd be a job.
That's what he does.
Roll me a constitution.
As a save or a check.
A save.
Rolling real bad.
Do you want different dice?
What did I say? Tim's usually good at
Nope.
con.
No?
That's a 9. That's with my +5.
Okay, as you are using an axe hilt to try and dig a hole for an ogre, which is about 10 feet tall,
This axe
as
is
you are
fucked.
powering through, you get about halfway through and your arms are killing you as you are exhausted. That's a point of exhaustion.
Keep going.
Okay. I think 1 point of exhaustion is
Disadvantage on skill.
strength
Yeah.
checks.
It's on skill
Skill
checks.
checks. Yeah.
This is
When
on
you
all
get, like,
checks.
Two nat 20s.
Okay. Fun. Okay.
I keep going.
What's happening inside the cave?
Oh yes, that's right. You're checking the cave.
What
As you're digging, as you guys check the cave, you see that it's a standard cave, nothing particularly out of the ordinary. There's a couple provisions in the back, couple axes, like grey axes. Like obviously the ogres, orcs have been using them. You see a couple cave paintings.
What do they look like?
What do they look like? They look like rudimentary smudges and that kind of thing. As you look, you see a couple of things that seemingly point out that there is people, and then you can. It seems like somebody has made kind of like an odd block kind of etching of a building, and then coming out from that building, what seems to be like some form of mushroom or cloud or something. And then, as you go into the next sequence image, it's again that smudge, that building, no mushroom cloud, no nothing like that, no people, and then 1 or 2 etchings of crows. And then as you get to the last etching, you realise that somebody has been busy with this one and has completely gone over it, and indented into the wall in 4 spots are purple gems. one of which has been removed.
Have we seen anyone with the purple gem?
Yes.
Oh,
Key mind.
Yep, key mind. As soon as you did it, I was like, key mind. The ogre had one in his head.
the one we just fought.
Yeah.
The
It
smaller
looks like
one.
they've just recently been forced in, and it has completely ruined the image.
Oh, okay.
He had one in his head. Did I see that when I cut his head off?
It wasn't in the head anymore.
Oh, did it shatter?
Right.
Did it shatter when we
Yeah.
beat him? Okay.
You destroyed
It wasn't
it.
in his head when he died either.
No, it
Right,
wasn't
right,
in his head.
right.
You
Yeah.
With
grabbed
my,
it.
with my torch in one hand and hand
Oh no,
in the
no,
other,
the
I
bit
just
that was
sort
the
of like
porcelain I shattered.
shoved the
The smaller
blade
orc
slightly
had a
under
thing in his
the
head.
edge of one of the gems
Okay.
and see if I can wiggle
Roll me a
it
sleight of
and get
hand.
it out.
You've seen the mummy.
11.
You are able to
It removes things.
chip in, just one of them just shoots out. Roll me dex.
So don't.
You and Zeife.
Turns into a
12.
scarab beetle. You die.
Oh, deck save. 9.
You, as it drops down, it seems to drop with quite some weight. However, it seems to move at an angle. As you move your feet away, you unfortunately are not able to move fast enough as you realise, oh look, this dagger point, seemingly of the diamond is dropping, looks quite sharp. Into your foot.
I pull it out. I
Roll
pull it
me a
out with his
wisdom
foot.
save.
I just pull it out.
This is.
Well,
I don't know what to roll lately.
Oh god.
That wasn't in the thing. That was so sucky because I was a 19.
what you done?
Oh my god, that went to a 3. Plus, what was a wisdom?
Wisdom.
5.
As a save, are you proficient? Yeah. So
Your,
yeah.
Oh,
your
oh,
conscious-
7.
Oh, well, now that you've said that, you feel your consciousness fade into the back of your head as you feel that everything seems to kind of go into a very distant kind of clouded feeling, like almost like your entire head is being covered in
Just a sack.
like cotton wool.
Does he look a bit like he's gone a bit funny?
He does look a bit dazed in the head. However,
Yeah.
after a moment, you see his eyes glaze over, and
Goodbye.
then he just turns to look at you, and you see him point his staff at you.
Goodbye.
What?
Goodbye. Something's wrong with Alister. He's got like something in his foot.
I take off full dwarf sprint.
So you'll be there in 5 minutes.
Is that an actual power? Dwarf sprint.
You're not natural splinters.
Alister?
Roll me a wisdom save, Alister.
Wisdom save.
Yeah, no, no.
15.
You are just able to fight the staff. You are not able to point it down, but you seemingly just stuck in place at the moment. Like you can see the tendons moving.
You can hear a
in his
heavy
neck,
thud
like,
coming from
his
outside the
pulse
case.
is going in his face.
Is the thing still in his foot?
Oh yes, it's sticking out.
You're in trouble, Noah.
How far away? How far
You're
away?
you're about a turn away.
Okay.
How far is the
You're
fire?
asleep.
How
I'm not
close?
asleep.
Oh, but the fire's about 30
I'm gonna stop
feet
doing that.
away.
I'm gonna pass out.
How close am I to Alister? How close is that?
You're about 5 feet away.
Everything okay, guys?
Yeah, 5 feet is melee.
5 feet is melee.
I heard the stab.
Can you
Can
put
I
the stab
see if I
down?
heard the stab? Actually, it's 30 feet.
Heard the stab.
Like the pain noise and the
He
stab.
didn't make one.
Oh, okay.
You'd have heard my name being shouted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I hear that?
Roll me perception.
We were both by the fire.
With disadvantage because you're kind of going, I'm unconscious now.
Can I also roll on
Oh, you're kind of busy, so with disadvantage.
that? Disadvantage anyway, but exhaustion plus 9.
That's
Nah, you're a thing. You're too busy doing sorry yoga.
18.
You hear it, and you're just like, what?
Okay.
As you kind of try to get up and then just walk in the wrong direction.
You hear the sound of heavy dwarf metal running off.
So I hear it and I walk in the wrong direction.
Well,
Follow the sound of thuds.
roll me a wisdom.
It's echoing around. It's hard to pinpoint.
Okay, that's not too bad.
You're in a cave, so it's an
18.
chamber.
18.
18. You walk off for a second and go, wait a minute, and then head in the right direction.
Start to
So
see
you'll
the
get there in
red
about 3
gem
turns.
starting
Okay.
to glow.
You got 1 turn, and okay, another wisdom save, please, Alister.
Fucking criminy. 15
Again, you're just. How'd you get that?
plus 3.
As you just,
Plus 1.
like he's gone purple in the
plus
face.
16. But yeah.
Like blood going to his head as he seems to be exerting himself against himself. You take 1 damage as you just feel a blood capillary in your head.
You've got more help than any of
I
us
look
at this
around.
moment
How
anyway.
close is Cavoy?
One of my eyes just starts
Cavoy seems to be
crying
like
blood.
One
So he's
damage.
not there.
running his way.
What can I see?
You hear him more than you see him.
Can I
Is
see
the staff
anything?
still glowing?
It's still glowing.
You-
Still,
you
the,
see-
the red
you see
gem's still glowing.
coming
Okay.
from the
What colour's the glowing?
I
It's a. Oh,
Okay.
my
It's a standard
my staff
yellow.
is. Or
I
red
try
gem.
and
My staff
very
is standard glow.
carefully hit Alister on the side of the head with the butt of the hand axe to knock him out.
Okay.
Just to knock him out.
roll
like
me
bullet.
a attack.
How enthralled am I?
That'll hit.
We'll get to that.
So 23.
What's your AC?
Oh yeah, I was gonna. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
No, what's your AC?
Oh yes, well, it's 14. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's gonna
Yeah,
completely.
no.
Yeah,
Shields
Yeah.
might
Oh, no,
like,
it's
reduce the
25.
gap.
That's
It's not
why I
going
was
to
checking.
stop
Yeah.
anything.
yeah, that's what.
As,
No.
as he seems to be just,
Wait, I'm
just like the
aiming
moment
it.
of red in his
Just
eye,
for that, just-
and you just go to his head. Roll me for non-lethal damage.
Is that just the same?
Same damage.
Same damage. Yes, it's non-lethal.
5.
How much health do you want?
Oh, I'm on 12 now.
So with
I'm still
so
going.
with
I'm
modifier.
still going.
With what modifier?
That was
With
it.
your strength.
That
With it.
was
Okay.
fun.
That was it. Yeah.
Wow,
Oh, no,
that's
you
not
can-
much to roll.
You can re-roll ones.
I don't want to reroll only on great weapons. I'm not gonna.
no.
I'm not going to use my
I rolled a 1, but I just.
Do I hear anything from that?
You hear a oh.
That's probably the best way around. I could have rolled that.
What's going on in there?
Wisdom save, please, Alistair.
I don't know.
Kill.
Wow! Doesn't matter. That was a natural 3.
Okay.
Someone
so,
give-
as you knock,
7.
and there's a and
Yeah,
suddenly you see purple glass shards fly out of his staff and go into you. You take magic missile damage. So standard magic missile, I believe, is 44.
44.
Oh no, 3d4. Thank you.
That's a lot better
3d4.
than what I was.
Pretty deep.
Yeah. Oh, that's a lot better.
3d4.
Wait, hold on. Have I lost my last spell slot?
You don't feel like this is
Oh,
your
okay.
spell slot.
Yeah, something else is doing this.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't know. I didn't know how much it was me.
Doing this.
No, it's 3. It's 3d4.
3d4,
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 individual.
So, okay, roll
Yeah.
for your 3d4.
I'm just-
and
I'm
then it's,
just
plus
Double
1,
checking
plus
that.
1, plus
Just 1 second.
It's 3d4
I'm sure it
plus
is.
one.
Yeah.
For each one, yeah.
All okay. 4, 2, and 2. That's with the plus ones.
4, and with the plus
4,
1.
2, and 2. So 8.
You take 8 damage as just you feel, and then the glass just disappear like you've been stabbed by air.
Do I hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've seen this.
You got to the cave.
I can see this now.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gone, I'm coming, I'm here. Oh god.
There's some magic stuff. I don't know.
Okay.
A thing, it went into his foot, it stabbed his foot, and then there was more of the purple, and it went into me, and it hurt, but it's gone.
Okay. I'm going to keep running. Can I run into Alister?
A non-spellcaster's amazing description.
I'm going to keep
Isn't
running.
it magic?
That's too much.
I know, it was just. It was.
Okay.
Mwah.
It's magic. It hurt, but it's gone.
As you look down, you see that there is like a glowing purple.
Okay. I'm still
like,
running.
seemingly gemstone.
I'm still at full sprint.
That's it.
Yeah, like you're barreling through it, and
Yeah.
then you go, oh, that's a thing.
So, Aaron, how enthralled am I right now?
Wisdom save, please.
Not
Doesn't
very,
say.
I imagine.
Oh crap! That's actually really good. Oh, but finally, 20.
You feel like your mind seemingly just stopped that cotton wool effect. As you're like, I'm back. What the hell?
You okay?
How far away am
Ah!
I? What happens?
Yeah. I'm sorry. That's the gem. It's in your foot.
You got a
You
big
get
old
the
mouth.
gem, not my head.
I thought you were gonna die or become one of them or the purple things or
So
something.
you clocked me in the head?
Yes, because if
How far?
Yeah, you're.
I'm
Where's
dashing,
that?
so it's
You're
50
there.
feet. So okay.
I grabbed the gem out my foot.
Roll me a strength check. Actually, no. First, wisdom save, please.
16.
Wisdom save. You feel like something is holding you back, but you grip upon the gem. Strength check, please.
Oh wow.
Nice.
20.
Oh. Hench wizard
Why are you
moment.
rolling high and I'm rolling low?
As you
On the opposite things.
As you grip upon the gem and you feel the huge force trying to stop you, you pull and there's that. As it's
How
slowly
big is
being
it?
removed, it is a long sliver of seemingly glass-like substance
Ah.
as it goes out of your foot, and you just feel like
Also, I
Like,
was
like
idiot.
pulling out a sharp thread.
I need to take this fucking card out because I had this!
What is it?
My fucking gloves of missile snaring!
Oh yeah.
Protect me from missiles! Projectile stuff!
Okay, I'm going to attempt to slow
Crap!
off now then. If Alister's
Hey,
pulling
what?
the gem out. My plan was to just slam into Alister, but he seems to have come round
Okay.
now.
Roll
gonna
me
try and
Stay
slow
there!
up.
Stay! Come on, don't even dare!
There's a sprinting dwarf coming towards you.
9.
You barrel right into it. As you just go,
Roll an attack! Bastard!
Just with my shoulder, just going to
yeah,
knock
you
into
shoulder
the
barge.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna annoy myself with this one. Shield.
I'm not hitting.
I cast
it's not an
shield.
attack.
You're
Then
kind of
knock
distracted
into-
by pulling
Oh,
the thing
oh right,
out.
it's during that. Okay. Alright then. Alright then.
Okay.
Oh, there's just
Okay,
a
with,
lot of
I suddenly get looming music in my head. I put the shard down.
As you place down the shard, it seemingly almost like doesn't want to leave your hand. Like, you know that feeling like when you drop something but it's got a sticky substance and it goes... It's like you can feel that substance but you can't see it as it drops but slowly. Like it doesn't want to leave your hand.
Throw my hand out.
Zeife,
at it. I can
I
throw
blame,
my hand out.
I blame you for this, and I try and just whip it in the opposite direction to everyone.
Roll me a dex.
Oh, damn.
Wow, 23.
You have a pretty
That's
good grasp of how much like give is in this, and you just and it just ricochets slightly whoosh, into the wall and just shatters.
I hold my breath. just
Con save.
whatever.
Con save. You get
Woo-hoo!
advantage because you're holding your breath.
Yeah.
You get
Me.
advantage.
Oh, that wasn't needed. Doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, you don't
Con
have
save plus
let's
Constitution.
Okay.
9
Oh.
With advantage?
with advantage. A 4 and a 6.
10.
You guys just go, whoop, step back a bit. The explosion kind of just, you weren't expecting it to explode so easily as it just goes into your face.
Wisdom save.
No?
Can I start picking bits out?
It's like you're pulling out tiny pieces of glass from your face.
I just
Can I
wanted
help?
I just wanted to have a look around. I didn't want to touch anything.
This is beyond a
As you
wisdom
pluck it
save.
out, and there's like, you know those slight drippings of like when you've shaved and you've like taken the
Yeah.
hair too deep out? It's like slight drips out of your pores.
I try to help him. Like, can I help? Can
I think you've done quite enough,
Oh.
and I just yeah.
Where's Grenwell?
To spend our however long it
just,
takes.
he's got there and just gone, what I missed.
Oh, yeah, okay.
How much
I heard
more
something,
graves
guys.
have I dug?
With your axe, ooh, roll me a con.
Disadvantage, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
No,
it's
because
also-
it's a
I know,
save.
this is not good.
Okay.
14.
You are able to just chisel out quite a bit of grave. You've got about 3 feet at this point.
Is that 3 feet, like, the length of an ogre?
No.
It's about a third of an ogre.
As in, like, 3 feet down the
3
ogre's
feet, yeah,
length?
3 feet down, but you've kind of just been dragging along, kind of like 10 feet.
Yeah.
Like you're really gonna
Yeah.
make a job of this.
Yeah,
It's like you're rowing a boat in the middle of dirt.
It's about half of that one.
Cool. I keep going.
Row the dirt.
I keep going.
Okay. So as that's occurring,
I'm lighting up a flame in my hand.
Oh,
Just-
what's the curling?
No, sacred flame. It's not. It's not for seeing with.
Safety flame.
there is a faint golden flame flows out of your hand now.
You hearing anything?
Am I hearing anything?
Roll me a wisdom.
Hello.
Natural 2, so it doesn't matter whatever I
You
am.
don't hear a thing.
I'm hearing the shards hitting in my face, and it's just pain,
Okay.
and I'm not too
How close are
happy.
you
Not
holding your hand to his face?
I'm probably 10 feet behind him,
Okay.
given that we
Just
jumped
shut-
back and he didn't.
Okay.
You know, for the record,
Where is his staff?
my hearing
it's in my
is-
hand.
It's in his hand.
Yeah. I'm just-
He ain't dropped that.
He didn't drop that to record.
He's learned. He ain't dropping that anymore.
Mhm.
Even
And it's
I
not
can't
blowing
hear
anymore.
anything. And my
Yeah,
hearing
it's
is
not blowing,
improved
okay.
due to my blindness.
Do you? What can I do?
I'm going to take a step forward.
Is there anything left in my face?
So, what is left in your face? You turning around to look?
Yeah.
Okay. What's left in his face?
Well, first of all, you go,
I've got my hands up. I can't see his face.
like,
This is just that.
have you seen Die Another Day?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Do you remember the fellow who
Oh,
got
the
diamond
diamond.
all through his face?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a bit like that,
Yeah.
but the whole face, not half.
Right. Okay.
You have to put an image up.
Yeah.
Next episode, you're played by Toby Stevens.
I don't think I'm allowed to do that.
Okay. No, I'm keeping the shield up and I'm keeping the flame out.
However, it does look like he's plucked out quite a few of them, but it's like holes left.
Okay. As
It looks a
I
little bit like Hellraiser.
as I get closer, does
Oh,
anything
God.
happen? As I get like, I'm putting 5 feet now.
Why have you got your shield up? What am I going to do to you covered in metal armour?
It's more what they'll do if they come out. I'm keeping the shield between his face and mine. I don't want any of these shards coming near.
Panicked by that thought. just. What? Didn't need to come back. What? What did you do? Do you know anything
Well, they
about?
came out from that thing, they went into you. Lost something, went to someone, it came out into me.
From an Arcana. Come on.
I should have invested.
Do I have advantage because it's inside me?
9.
You don't sense anything. It's just seemingly like benign, just completely done now.
Okay.
Kibwine, describe this to me, if you will.
Take the bloody blind. Why do you have that on? I mean,
His face is full of these purple crystals of some sort. Quite like that orc that you wouldn't have seen earlier.
Great. Right. Okay. That's
quite the picture.
a clear description.
He's like shards of glass.
It's just like that thing you wouldn't have seen.
Have you been pulling them out?
Yeah.
Where'd you put them when you pulled them out?
Just kind of dropping them in front of me.
Okay, I'm gonna move the flame towards one of those shards on the floor.
Stop that face.
Reaction.
Stop that face. I hate that face.
They don't seem to be reacting. Whatever this thing is that's less potent than your bruise.
There's no reaction.
I just keep.
Okay, I'm gonna
I'm
use
just
my
kind of still-
use my shield
I
to
got- I-
flick them down the cave.
Keep
I
that.
kneel
Keep that
down
stuff away
immediately
from
and
me.
get my brewing kit out.
Keep that stuff away from me.
You
Hey, just the
like,
thing.
get my
No, you
shield
don't.
to start flicking the shards off down the cave so they're away from us.
Okay, you're gonna like knocking them, but like they're literally just going.
Yeah, I've got them away. Just further away than they are now.
I'm gonna brew.
Alister, how are you feeling?
How am I feeling?
Not great. Like something's.
Oh,
just
how much damage did I take from the explosion in my
It's
face?
like somebody just took a dish, like a dish,
Scouring
dish
pad.
brush, scouring knife,
Pad.
scouring pad, one of those,
Scouring knife.
and just like made out of diamond and just went over your face with it. You don't feel great.
Tim.
I've got a 17 on my brewing.
Thank you.
That's a 17.
Parrot thing.
Could you give him one to make him feel a bit better?
I'm not drinking any of
That's
what he's
the
offering.
idea.
You know what? You can save all that
That's the
stuff
idea.
for
I'm
something a
doing
bit more important and something where I'm not involved.
I got a 17.
How much is there left?
For your brewing,
Yeah.
you put together quite a sweet-smelling concoction as you drop a little bit of this, a little bit of that, lots of this, and you put it all together, and there's a slight.
Did you do that blind?
Yeah.
What are you doing back there?
Lots of whatever this
Yeah,
is.
Grendel's ability to see has never really affected his ability to brew.
Which says a lot about your
Is that good or
bad.
Oh,
Grenwell, what are you doing back there?
It smells quite nice.
not gonna. No.
I try.
He
I
did
sip
it.
a little bit.
He did it blind.
I'm gonna test it from now on, so I sip it. A bit.
Probably a good idea.
Does his eyes
What's your
explode?
health at?
18.
You feel nothing.
Okay.
Wait, whereas in like your full health, right?
Full health.
Yeah, you feel nothing.
Okay.
Does that react to my flame?
Here we go.
I step away.
As much as any liquid.
Remembering
does,
the
it
Some
bubbles,
liquids
explosion
react more than others.
it bubbles a bit.
Okay.
I don't
I'm
want.
asking you to trust me.
Excuse me.
It
Excuse
looks
me.
pure.
Excuse me. You
I've
two.
tried
I
this.
would really
I have
appreciate
tried
it.
this.
I would appreciate it if no more glass or anything exploded in my face today.
I have tried
It
this.
looks pure.
Once
Alister.
is far too many.
Unlike any of the others, I have tried this before giving it to someone.
A roll on general trust on
It's bubbling
Grenwell.
quite a lot in reaction to the flame that you are holding towards it. But you're thinking at this point it might just be the heat.
There's no heat from the flame. Sacred flame is cold.
Alistair, I implore you.
So it's just. If there's
I
anything that would
implore
react to
you.
it-
I will pay you to not give that to me.
How much?
I'll offer you 1 copper. and I just
Hey,
drop it in
sounds
the.
like
I drop it in the drink.
It disappears.
Alister, did you?
And now my point is proven. Get that away from me.
Alister,
Yes.
would you mind putting your staff down?
Last time I did that, it was gone.
Is Zeife here?
We're all here. Would you put it down?
That's like there with a torch going,
She's
what's
heading
going
out
on?
the cave.
Watch as Zeife
She's
She
like
can't
this.
do anything.
I've done.
You're just seeing Tim just going. You've dug about. What was your strength check?
Strength or con?
No, athletics.
Athletics. Prefer cons, I don't have disadvantage on that. Okay, 20.
You've 20, nice. You've actually got to about 9 feet down at this point.
Of the entire ogre's length.
Yes, like you're just basically going from the principle of he's 10 feet tall, so why not?
Okay, so I've got a 10
It's a
foot.
big hole.
So I've got a 9 foot deep, 10 foot long hole.
Yeah, you could
you can make two ogres like
barely
that.
see the top of like Tim's head. It's like
Okay, I look around and realise I need to get out.
your head.
Yeah,
He's built some, cut some
Okay,
steps.
you need a hand. To
Have you
Alright,
have you
so
reached
I've
me?
just seen apparently.
Okay. Oh hey. You give me a hand up.
Yeah.
Right, I'm in athletics with advantage.
So straight.
So straight.
16.
Oh, was that both of us?
Yeah, because he's got disadvantage anyway. So
18.
as you grab onto his hand, just heft him up.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Pretty big,
Yeah.
big hole there.
Gonna put him in the ground.
We should be able to move him in.
As you are turning back to the corpse of the ogre, you see that several crows have landed upon it and start picking at it.
I'm away.
Roll me a perception. Yeah, you're busy going.
This
Get
is
away,
taking
Aaron.
way longer than it was meant to.
14. My passive is 15.
Are you feeling particularly passive at the moment?
This was
I'm
I'm feeling quite passive.
Get in, look round.
As you go like, okay, let's get ready. You start feeling that, like shaking earth,
Mummy.
like obscenely footsteps.
And I'll
Like not
shit from it.
hugely,
Yeah.
but like enough where you're like
It's like
something
she's the
big
guy
is
who got
approaching,
fucked, but I'm Brian Fraser, but
Okay.
it somehow went wrong.
coming from the tree. And then roll me again a perception.
12.
And as you hear a very faint.
So the Owlbear is
And you
coming,
realise
kill
that
the
you haven't
others.
really taken the corpses
The-
off the
the-
fire. They're still smelling up the place.
There's an Owlbear coming, go tell the others.
There's
Go
guys,
get him.
guys,
Get
I
him.
leg it back to the cave.
As
Oh,
you
yeah.
see the trees start to shake.
You see me
Like,
offering
just
my wrist.
Just like holding it back.
I attempt to push the ogre.
Just
into
holding
the hole.
fire back and a bottle
Roll
back.
me a strength.
Stop!
And we all
Strength
stop.
check.
Which comes to the bottom of the cave.
That was a nat 20. And that is 14.
Right. You were able to heft it, but it's like, it's bigger than you, so it is a job. But you're able to get it about like kind of 3 feet. It's about 10 feet away from the hole at this point. Just like
I dug the hole like right next to it, so I'm trying to just go.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like you're struggling with it. As you just hear that, and you hear like that starting to pick up pace as though something's caught a scent.
Owlbear. There's an owlbear.
Ah!
Try this.
Dig it.
Alister, good boy.
Strength check, Tim.
What? What's going on? Look, I'm kind of busy avoiding
In
all
which
this.
hand are you holding the staff now?
I've dropped the staff.
Yeah, I'm picking up the staff.
Yeah.
Don't you dare.
You're just pushing the flesh at this point.
Don't
Like,
you dare.
It's a big
I don't
flabby
trust you
thing,
with that
and you're
thing
just,
currently.
like, not making any
There's still
traction.
I
shards in your
dropped the torch.
I don't
Get my
know.
sword out.
This is good for
I-
owlbears.
Not
Can I recklessly attack push you in?
No, that's not how that works. I don't think that's how it works.
I mean, if you say it's how it works, then it's
As
how
the
it
DM,
works.
I do not think that's how it works.
Owlbear.
I cork up the.
I'm not
thing
sure
and
how-
put it-
what
put it
point
on
we're
my
at.
strap.
Time
Yeah.
to go.
Yep, time to go.
I don't know.
Give me my staff.
You in control?
Yes, I'm in.
As
I'm
you see the bushes.
You gonna give me the staff or
at
won't
the
be?
very edge, the ones that you hid in at the campfire,
We
they
have-
start shaking, and you see a huge owl head peeking out of it.
Would you rather me have the staff or just deal with that thing without me having the staff?
I
And then just
I
enormous
just-
arms reach out of the
We
bush
just shouted
and
about
start
it.
plonking forward as you realise it starts to heft up to its full size, and you realise this is about 6 feet tall at shoulder when it's on all fours. As it starts lumbering towards you.
Is it going for me or for the bodies on the campfire?
It seems to be heading towards the campfire, not really paying much attention to you.
Okay.
How far
I just stand my ground. I stop trying to push the ogre, and I just stand my ground by its body. But I
Okay.
don't attack. I don't do anything to the owlbear. I just watch it.
As you see it, just huge forepaws just reaching forward, and just getting to some of the orcs on the campfire. They got quite charred flesh at this point. It smells very strong. It's just been and just rips off an entire arm. Just goes.
Just already chopped them up for it.
Bird style, just gulps it down.
Good distraction.
I take it I'm
Do we
directly between
get
you guys.
So
out
we're
of
heading out, yeah.
thing?
You've heard it.
We're heading
Yeah.
out. How many
Oh.
shards are left in his face?
No.
No, okay. I
How
pass the
many
staff back.
trees?
How far
Thank-
am I
thank
from Tim and Yon Albert?
Well, you were just
Is-
having an eye hole, so about 5 feet.
Is it the
Shall
same?
I?
As you look over and you see that there is a dagger sticking out of its eye.
Shall I throw
I'm
my...
gonna start moving around towards Tim
And
and
it just
Zeife.
seems to be like tearing off pieces and then gulping down sections of
It's
it.
hungry.
Are there any trees
We leave
quite
And
close
it's
to the
eating
owlbear?
voraciously.
and it might go. We don't need to fight right now. It's not gonna touch us.
We
Can we try and push it in now?
go.
I'm gonna start moving my way around towards where the ogre is,
monster,
where Tim and
guys.
Zeife are, just slowly.
You can't
walking
see
down.
it.
Vision is based
Roll
on
me a stealth. With disadvantage.
That sounds
Why?
awesome. Sounds cool.
Can't see you.
Why are we scared about an owl?
13.
You start
We're hearing an owl and
as it just goes.
at the same spot.
Looks over to you and just like for a moment you freeze as you just see one glassy eye and one seemingly shredded, like vacuous hole of an eye left with a dagger pointing out of it, and it just looks at you like.
We are not.
I'm not worth its time.
You can see, if you can see out, you can see us just like. I've
I'm
just
at the
got
edge of
my hand
the
up to stop us out from doing
cave and
anything.
I've frozen.
I'm moving round towards.
Wait, on, have I? Yeah, I've frozen.
As you see that it's almost done with the orc pieces, like it's been eating very quickly. It's like obviously it's not gone. It's gone without food for a while, so it's just like gulping it down.
It's nearly finished, Tim.
Yeah, it's nearly finished. And as that is going on, you see its head just go and start looking towards the big corpse of the ogre.
Okay. Take out the shield and the sword. Put my shield and the sword. And I put a foot on the ogre's chest. And I just go.
Roll me an intimidation with disadvantage.
So cool.
Yeah.
No.
11.
There it is. Right. And as it takes a moment, like seemingly halts for a second, and then you just see it just stand up to its full, like 11, 12 feet height as it stands on its hind legs, spreads its like wing-like forearms, and it goes
Tim.
I go.
and shrieks at you. Roll me a.
Oh
Let's see. Roll me a. Where is the?
Got like 20 seconds left in my hand, I got it.
Let me actually revolver.
Roll me. Zeife, roll me a wisdom save.
Oh,
Tim, roll me a
right.
wisdom save.
I'm at the lip of the cave. I don't know
And
how
you,
close I
and
am.
you got Caboyne, roll me a wisdom save.
Oh,
How close?
90.
How close is the lip of the cave? Like the edge of the cave?
It's about 30 feet from the cave.
I was feeling
I'm
flat.
at, okay.
15. 18.
You're all unfazed. As it just
I'm
echoes
on-
in your ears for a moment, you are
I'm
all
on-
completely unfazed.
That wasn't very impressive.
I hear this and I
I
lift
go.
up my
Again, intimidation
Roll
with
back at it.
disadvantage.
blindfold briefly just to catch a glimpse of it.
You're alright, it's fine.
15 again.
But I put it back down again.
It just looks, it just drops down on all fours again, just huge beak, just. That's an owlbear. just looking at you. Huge, glassy, singular eye. Like, you can't sense any emotion coming from it. You can just smell the ancient gore on it, the dead flesh, all kinds of etchings and everything in its fur, a couple arrows sticking out. There's just a horrible smell of God knows how many deaths are on this thing, and its breath just wafts over you.
It'd be the first blindfolded
I
man
just
to take
stare
down an
at
Owlbear.
It's seemingly pacing side to side, not quite sure what to make of this thing in front of it, as it just darts from between you and the body.
Is it taking any steps towards or just around?
Kind of to the sides, seemingly looking for any kind of
Shall we keep moving the ogre?
I don't respond. I just
just that padding, just
Can I see if I can shove the ogre into
not while he's got his foot on it.
Oh.
I don't think there's anything I can do with this on.
Timothy.
See, like this time, it's silently moving. Like there's no shaking of the earth anymore. It's like it's seemingly purposefully moving out.
If you want
How
the
tall is
ogre,
it?
It'd be best if we.
Hind legs and
Hind legs is about 12 feet tall.
on.
When it's on all fours, about 6 feet shoulder height.
Okay.
It's a big.
I will just slightly lift the pressure on my foot so that Zeife can see that if she pushes it, I'll let it go.
Okay, and
Okay.
give the ogre a shot.
Roll me a strength. Athletics.
So athletics, and not that 20.
You heft it that good 5 feet as the owl just goes and just dives forward. Roll for initiative.
You two, there is a pit between us and the Owlbear, right?
Oh! That is one of your plans
Go
right
like
now.
Alpha Pit Ogre.
Okay, as it just jumps forward, and as you see it just like hole, it leaps over the hole towards you.
Okay.
Like
Oh.
it's an owl bear.
Sure, I will try and just hold Talon where it's going to land.
All right then.
Oh,
Apparently
This is going to be
not
dependent entirely on initiative.
oh my god.
Well, I didn't roll well.
What did you roll?
3.
I've got a 12, but I'm like halfway between you and the cave, so I'm okay.
Gonna die, mate.
I mean, I'm busy pushing an ogre.
I'm exhausted.
4 was it?
Why
You
not?
lucky blighter. It's the exact same.
Excellent.
As it lands, however, you are unable to lift it in enough time to meet it with it. It's not able to meet with it either. It's just like lands in front. Just whoo! So, what did you roll, Zeife?
3.
3. Okay.
Did it land in the pit? Because they're right. Oh, okay.
It leapt over.
Okay.
Like it's about 12 feet
What are
in
you two
length,
doing?
and just went
I'm by the mouth of the cave.
Locked. I'm
So
locked
it's
in
the other
there.
side.
Okay.
I'm
I
The other
glimpsed
side
down,
is like in
and I'm just
front.
excited because I'm going to be the first to know.
I'm still shoving. I'm
No,
still just
in the
shoving the
guild.
ogre.
Did the ogre get
To
in the
take
pit when
down-
she shoved it?
Guild
No,
of-
She gave it a good
I'm
shove.
like
It's
on
like
the
about
edge, like top
foot, maybe 2, and it's just placed a forearm.
No, it's like
on the
lots. It's like
It's
a
a
hell of a
huge-
lot. It's like a proper.
Right.
Shall I throw my hand axe at it?
How big is it?
Ooh.
As in technical terms, is it large or huge?
It's large.
Okay.
Its eyes haven't left you.
My open window.
Spent.
Initiative start.
I headbutt the Owlbear.
Okay, roll me an attack.
17.
Okay, well,
Is your axe bludgeoning damage now?
well, you do hit it, but as it's a headbutt, that's 1 damage.
Sure.
Plus your strength
We
modifier.
have to take.
So 5.
Okay, so
It's quite the modifier.
And then I roar at it again. I'm aiming for, with that headbutt, for the dagger in its eye.
Oh,
Oh.
roll me a dex.
that's going to be cool.
How precise is your headbutt?
It's a 9. No.
As you headbutt, it's swiveled its head slightly, and you just kind of headbutt into the other eye, and it's like, woo! Woo!
Temporarily blinded.
And just
I'm
dive.
still wearing my horned hat as well. Does that add any damage?
Oh.
It adds
And
many
basically
points
it's
of
swiveled
cosmetic
and
damage.
just like it's like decayed antler at this point. It wouldn't do much.
It's now got Owlbear on it, don't it?
Antler doesn't decay.
It does the amount you've been using it. Okay, so as it just
Does
And
that
just-
loosen its hand on the ogre? So I can
Oh, it's not on the
road.
road, it's on the edge of the.
It's
It's on
not.
the.
It's not
Hold
ogre
on.
yet.
Because it had its full
There's a time.
corpse.
unfortunately its hand is still kind of
That's
the four
absurd.
claws
Yes.
are gripped into the fleshy like meat of the ogre.
Push up the other end of the ogre.
You can give it a strength check, but it will be with disadvantage.
I will do it. Okay, so is it athletics again or just pure strength?
Just athletics.
So
This episode is going to be just getting an ogre in a grave.
athletics. Okay, 9.
Okay.
Ogre
Need
the edge.
shrapnel out of the face.
Nine.
Trying to get it
Yeah.
ogre the edge.
Unfortunately, you're like pushing up against like blubber. It's just like you're not moving anything. And it's just like woo, and then just dives forward and bites into Tim.
Dead.
Oh,
I'm dead.
wait, what's your AC?
20.
How many spells actually?
I can side the Owlbear.
You luckier, but as it leaps,
Whoa!
as it chomps down and just on your shield, just like can't seem to get a grip, and then you're distracted by like it trying to bite through your shield as it raises up its other forearm.
Natural 20?
Yeah.
Dead.
Let's see how much though.
I mean, not dead probably.
Well,
but
let's find out. It's like-
This is going to be a good chunk.
Yeah, you deserve to start a fight with an owlbear. This may
An
not-
alpha as well.
An alpha. Yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah.
may not end well for you. So yeah, so as it just foreclaw just rakes down the entirety of your side, just grips on the shoulder and just pulls like it's trying to pull your shoulder down to your side, and just cleaves down, causing 16 damage.
unconscious.
Cool.
Oh wait, no, sorry, I'm rolling the wrong dice. I got to roll again for this damage.
Could be more.
You're rolling
They
D10.
did
You're
it.
rolling D10s.
That was for the owlbear, and that's one of its attacks.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay, so
Well-
hold on. I need to. Sorry, I was rolling the wrong dice. My bad.
I'm glad you magically stopped me earlier as well.
I'm glad you picked out that shard of whatever and.
It was pretty!
I'm glad you went
14
straight off to
damage.
battle
Yeah,
without that
unconscious.
potion.
That's fine. Well, that means
Of whatever it is.
it just smacks you to the ground, and then just
It consumed a gold
it-
coin, a copper.
entirety of its body
Wow,
just
so much health
seems to
it
be
has.
relishing the fact that it's beating down this thing that was a bother, and then the head just swivels towards you, Zeife.
Throw my hand axe.
Okay, for a hand axe.
Nothing we
Right,
can drink anymore. We have someone who needs.
Nat 1.
Oh god.
Oh dear.
Well, that one's gone forever, isn't it?
As you throw the hand axe, you go, and unfortunately, your throw is so thrown off by this thing just going.
That's best.
A lot just
Yeah. That your throw is so bad it just goes into Tim. That's one thing.
Fuck!
That is one fail, unfortunately, Tim. As you feel like, oh, my wounds are closing up. Not that one though.
Sword out.
As you now have a hand axe sticking out of you. As now the owlbear rushes at you, just
I'm really going off you right now.
leaps at you.
Darren catches you, don't know it's me.
What's your AC?
16.
Okay.
Okay.
That's as it leaps forward with its beak and just closes down on your shoulder blade for 8 damage as it just shakes you, and then just with its huge forearms just closes down upon you, just trying to grip you as 16 was it? Ooh, you lucky rabbit. As unfortunately it just can't seem to like gain any purchase through your armor.
Still waxed.
Can I?
There's a faint.
Can I roll initiative? I've snapped out of my
Yeah, sure.
state now.
Okay, you're on. Okay, so.
I need to snap that. I'm rolling 5, 5, 5, 4, 5.
Oh, Alister was a 9 anyway.
Oh, it was my turn. Who's your next character? She's really good. No.
Oh boy, much worse.
Oh, good.
I've moved my
Okay,
bandana back
so
into bandana.
as
Good work, guys.
it would be Alistair's turn, however, Zeife's had her turn.
Yep.
And the owlbear just immediately wheels round and just goes to bite Zeife again.
Cool. You can still take
If
it.
this is the Owlbear's turn, am I rolling a death save?
No, it's not the owlbear's turn, it's a legendary.
Ooh, lovely.
Oh, that's a bastard. As it chomps down, however, it's gone for basically the big, hefty part of your armour, and it just goes, and you hear its beak bend a bit.
Oh.
So yeah, now it's Alice's turn.
Grandma, whatever. If that
I do have a
if that
12
if that is what you think it is, take that to 10. Zeife, get the hell out of there now.
You want me to
Take that
to
to you.
Tim? There.
I think you're better. You haven't been involved in the fight before. I think you're in better condition than all of us. Kaboyne, you be there to trying to help with Tim if that goes awful. And I'm.
What about Tim?
I'm looking incredulously.
What about Tim?
Well, I can't
Grandma's
push it.
going to try and sort that with his potion. I'm taking a bit of a gamble on that. We can't help him right now because we are in awful shape. And I hold
I
Find
retreat
Familiar.
to Alister.
I hold Snapping Perry into existence.
So
How far away from it
You
am I?
don't want me to die because my next character's way more annoying.
Uh-oh. That bodes well.
How far away from the owlbear am I?
You're a good 30
From its
feet.
from
about
its
the
face.
campfire.
Okay, I'll go about 5 feet closer.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
I've moved to your side.
Okay, so.
Right,
I hurriedly get my brewing kit
I'm
out
still
again.
quite.
yeah, I'm on my way. You told me to leg it.
Need to get over to him.
Okay.
Yes.
My hand axe in Tim's back.
He's right next to it.
Your hand axe is still in Tim.
Can I grab it on the way past?
If you're walking past them, sure.
Yeah, I'm going past to go.
Roll sleight of hand.
Cool. That's a 7.
You pull it out, but you kind of put your foot by him to do so, as it's just kind of.
I'm so sorry, Tim.
As you're doing it very unprofessionally, just completely like shredding part of him out. That's another failure.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You gotta stop messing with him while he's unconscious.
It's part of a hunting game.
You can't fail his own death save. We can fail them for him.
Okay,
I
so.
was just going to be picking it out of your
now
shell.
it is, so
Does Grandma roll initiative now? Instead of
What's your
giving him
initiative,
told to do stuff to do.
What's my initiative?
You have to roll +4.
Well, I don't know. Do I roll? Because I
Roll
just
for
got
roll,
my
roll,
brewing
yeah.
kit out.
I'm Brune over here.
20.
20.
Plus your dex.
Oh, that wasn't a natural 20. That was 16 plus 4.
Okay.
Taking a steep nose there.
Okay.
Estimation right now.
You're unconscious, you don't know.
As it wheels its head round and realizes there are a lot more of you, it just like, woo, and then just and bounds away through the forest.
Oh.
Kaboyne passes out from shock.
Oh my god!
Grandma was just holding
No,
his
we
nunchuck.
need you. Don't pass out.
Grandma had a potion and some
Would you like me
nunchucks.
to roll a death save?
Kaboyne
Roll
has
me a
he's
death
gone
save,
very
Tim.
pale now because he's drained.
8.
Oh, no, he's
Come
fine. He's
out.
a 21 to
I know.
wake up.
It's like your heart stops and then you just go, what are you doing? Wake up.
Probably wouldn't have said, do you want me to roll a death save if I thought it was going to be an issue.
Nobody in the guild has taken down one of those.
Yes, but we can't do it right now.
It's
That
so
would be an
unfair.
awful idea. Think. You can't just think about what you want to do. You got to think about what would happen to all of us.
Tim's down. Can we
Put
go
the
get
blindfold
Tim?
back.
Yeah,
Tim is dying.
I'm heading to Tim.
And he's been seriously
Yeah.
messed up by his life.
I run down to Tim,
Yeah.
which is 35 feet.
Maybe we don't need that potion, like that brew.
There's nothing I can do.
I run immediately down to Tim and
All I can
pour
do is
that
close his
potion in
room
his
and
mouth.
close.
Oh!
He's
okay.
faster than me.
Oh, you
Pour
played
my
fine.
beer in his mouth.
You can
Okay.
with your beer.
Roll me a con, please, Tim.
I swear. Oscar.
Oh,
And let's not have the consistency you've had with cons so far.
Shitting hell.
12.
as your
I think it was
like
10.
total constitution is able to bear this beer that seemingly melts a penny, you feel. You know what? Roll me 2d10.
Yeah. D10, please.
Oh, do you want? Do you want my stuff?
You got
You
a
want-
You know how well you roll.
Oh crap! That's a 10 and a 9.
10 and a 9.
19 health.
Yay!
Wow.
You
just
feel
have to get
very
past the
heavily
first bit.
rejuvenated by this booze as it goes.
You've got to
down
get past the
your
initial burn.
burning good stuff.
Hey, what doesn't
I
kill
have a
you
whole
makes you
appreciation
stronger.
for Grail opening a brewery in the chapel now. This is good.
That beer is literally what doesn't kill you.
I summon Perry and follow it with my mind,
I jump up and look
Okay.
for the owlbear.
just in
He's
case,
gone.
just so it
He's
doesn't
gone.
double back.
As you
I
see
know,
running
it
towards the
sucks.
forest, you see that
He's
it is
gone.
having a heavy pace.
I can
Like,
follow
it is
it
moving
for a kilometer, I think.
I'm fine with that, but what I'm saying is it is moving fast.
Okay.
Like
every-
owl plus bear speed. You're moving at owl speed.
Like,
Gremlin finally
like
has
consider
time
an
to be...
owlbear, if it's running 80 feet, and then
Oh, yeah.
from its legendary, the extra 40, 80, 120.
So it's gone.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it is shit.
That's pretty quick.
This thing has learned to run.
Now that I've healed Tim...
Oh, what stats am I using? Am I
Guys,
using
I
owl or
expressed
crow?
my anger
It
at
ran,
missing
it
out
ran.
on
What
the...
a crow.
Yeah.
Why is there an X? Did it have an axe? Why is there an axe wound in me?
That was me.
Why did you kill me?
No, I was trying to throw it at the owlbear. It attacked you.
Well, yeah, but so
So
did
I-
you.
Yeah, but I threw it at the bear thing.
No, you didn't.
I meant
I'm
to.
not a bear.
Well, you.
Oh, no, boo. Truly a line.
Gremlin's like,
It's fine,
throws
it
his
happens.
nunchucks in the
It's
flight.
okay. I'm
First
gonna
gnome to get
assume
an
you did
owlbear.
that on purpose.
I thought he was a man.
Okay, no, never mind.
I was going to get that.
What sort of axes are lying on the floor
It's,
where the orcs' bodies were?
Great axes.
Great
Help me
axes.
with this.
They're not great, but they're great axes.
Oh, would they be great battle
I
axes?
realised as soon as I said it. Like,
Oh,
check.
So are they battle axes, hand axes?
don't lie to me saying that wasn't
Great axe. They are
intentional.
great axes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're not
Okay.
good, but they're great
They are
axes.
great axes. Okay.
I walk over to the campfire. I get my
Boy,
scroll
looking
out.
like, do I know what these are? I don't. I think I know.
You know an axe.
I
I
give
get my
up.
scroll out and I take a piece of charcoal from the campfire and I start drawing the owlbear with the
Okay.
knife in its
As you
face.
etch together the owlbear, you're just like, a bit uglier than that. Yeah, a bit more fucked up in the eye. There we go. You've got a pretty good etching of it.
And then-
We continue pushing the ogre.
Death save, please.
I'm
Oh
alive.
yeah, you're alive. That's right.
The
Brewskis.
And then I
ogre rolls onto
We're
you.
pushing the ogre into the hole
Roll
again.
me a strength check.
Wait.
With disadvantage, you just do still have the exhaustion.
Just a strength again.
Both 19. That's a
Oh, man.
That's a 23.
As you
Seven.
both just go,
Twenty.
enough of this problem. It just goes boom, and there's a as just a huge like flabby blob has just gone boom into the ground.
But I buy the soft sound of 2 coins falling to the floor.
finally got him over the edge.
Hey.
Can we try and
I start covering it.
Okay.
I've got
That
it.
one you don't require a con check to do. Just
Is there anything of the orcs' bodies left?
not really.
No.
And it all went in the
There's maybe a
fire, didn't it?
hand left or something like that,
Yeah.
but not much. Like the owlbear pretty much cleaned up.
Oh shit.
And then once we've done that, I just quietly stump into the woods to look for daffodils.
Okay, roll me a survival.
Both 12s, that is a 17.
12.
2 12s makes a 17 total.
Okay. Okay, that is. As you search through for daffodils, you're finding all kinds of different flowers. You're finding a couple lilies, a couple nice white ones. No daffodils.
Find the one that looks most like a daffodil.
But you find one that's got some nice enough petals.
Are there any ones that are yellow? Okay, I found one that looks most like a daffodil.
You find daisy, and it's got a little weird cup thing kind of going on.
Just walk over to the 10-foot grave and put this one daisy on it. I'm
Sad
sorry,
moment.
I didn't find any daffodils, buddy. But I guess that'll do. So,
You did what you could.
Oh yeah, I did what I could. Definitely. That I did.
You need a rest.
I slowly walk back over and I just sort of pat Tim on the back.
Hell of a reach.
I'm sure it'd have been cool.
Yeah, he might have been cool.
I mean, he was strong.
Yeah.
We go around.
Not of it. Not of it.
I'm trying to find something in my prayer book that relates to Ogre. I'm struggling.
They suck. That's about all you're finding.
I grab some dirt out from the floor and I just like put it in Tim's hand and I'm like, there you go. And then I grab some dirt as well.
What do I do with this?
Just throw it in. Just throw it out.
Perry has a flying speed of 60,
does
so
it
double
agree
to
with the
120, so
other
try and keep up.
Just throw it down. And
Yeah, just
Give him
as far as
give him
it
your
can go.
wishes.
See its location, just see if it's doubling back or doing anything different.
You are unable to keep pace with
Yeah.
the Owlbear. It is seriously like
Yeah. Oh
treading
yeah.
earth.
Oh yeah.
As you fly through, though, you see what is a little bit odd. You see what seem to be heavily armored creatures moving through the forest.
Towards.
In your direction, but it's so far gone at this point, you don't know if they're heading in your direction or just seemingly vaguely in that direction.
Don't.
As you make out seemingly kind of almost slightly green flesh coming from heavily furred faces. But heavily armored, almost like ornate, like well put together armor. These seem well disciplined fellows with good blades to their hips.
What? Do I know the orcs or?
Roll me a nature.
I'm doing so well today, guys. I mean, seriously,
Good.
like, that's a natural 3, making it an 8.
You have no idea what those are.
Green fairy things.
Guys, we've got some armored creatures coming, maybe in our direction.
How close? Can you see them? Where?
As you close your eyes again, you see that they seem to be marching. Like again,
Yeah,
kind of that
they're-
well garrisoned. As you can make out what seem to be 9 of them with someone in much more elaborate armor with like seemingly some medals on it, leading.
I relay that, and
Have you seen them before?
have I seen them before? No, I don't think so. No.
We should go.
We need to go. We should have been gone.
We need to rest.
We
This
need
is
to
a bad
go. This is a
scene,
very bad spot to rest. Even
It doesn't look good.
The owl.
this is a bad. We just got.
This is a bad spot.
Those bones could be anybody's
Yeah,
now.
it's a
On the
bad
fire.
spot.
We should move before we rest. We don't want to be found here.
Yeah.
Because we came out to find an orc.
Let's go. How long does it
And-
take? How long will it take us to get back? How long will it take us to get in?
It would take a bit of a while.
Where
to get
were we
back
on this
to-
map again? Is it Lelio? That bit? Where were we on this map?
I can't tell where you're pointing, mate.
Oh, is it there?
That is where Fandolin is.
London's that one.
Yeah, Fandlin's
We
there.
went
Yeah.
up this way.
We went that way.
You're kind of up towards the forest.
Right, what, around this, around here.
You see where that one was?
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Around there. Okay, cool.
So it'd be a bit of a distance. It'd be a couple of days travel.
That's a day's. That's where I put the one. That's the day's travel. Yeah, so it's about a day.
Yeah, that's gonna be resting.
How
Let's
fast
just
are
put
these?
a few hours between us and here, and then
How fast
And
are
it
they
is already
moving?
night.
How tired does Tim look?
fucked, mate.
But he's on some booze.
How
Is he
fast
slightly
are
drunk as
they?
well?
His health has skyrocketed.
His heart rate
I
is
mean,
skyrocketing.
I've been worse.
Do we need to move quick?
I'm rolling
We need to-
insight whenever
Yeah,
he
how's
says no.
Grenville feeling after 2 days of blindfoldly walking around in the woods?
Oh, you've got a couple points of exhaustion, mate.
Yeah.
Wow.
How are his eyes doing?
Yeah, I'm taking the blindfold off the check.
I know.
You did
When
once.
the owl, I took it. I did that for the owlbear,
Seemed
and then
fine.
once I rolled initiative, I went
Can I
They're
examine
absolutely
your
fine.
eyes, please?
yes,
Would you mind if I have a look?
of course.
We do this
Can you
later,
move? Can
Kaboy.
you do it on the road?
Yes,
Yeah,
let's-
as I
can
said,
we-
of course. I'm like,
I'm just giving us a cursory once over of
Okay,
his
so
eyes.
as you guys
I
are
can't
marching,
open my
you're
eyes
going, hold still, as I walk.
I'll carry you. Yeah.
I just face
Baby style.
as
like-
you as I try and give you a look at my eyes while we're walking. I just face plant.
The gnomes often do that.
Tired ones do.
I pick him back up.
Throw him over your shoulder.
How heavy are you?
Probably like
A sack of
we
flour.
have nothing. I did actually do it. I think.
Only 2 inches shorter than Kaboy.
No,
Would you- Where's the other piece?
There's not much.
There's nothing.
The boy is a very short dwarf.
I'm trying to think now.
It's like when you see a 10-year-old holding a baby.
And Grenwell's a freakishly large gnome. It's like the Peter Crouch of gnomes.
I had a 6-foot gnome in
You
another
were.
campaign.
You're
There's a lot of halfling blood worth in my bloodline somewhere.
She put you at.
Just a really
Okay.
Wasn't it?
So as you
That
guys
makes
are marching along, and I'm guessing you're heading in the way of Handel.
Just going back the way we came.
So you're
Okay.
8 times
So
10.
head back the way you came, just kind of trooping through the foliage, through the woods, all that kind of thing. You see like the occasional branch and everything's been knocked aside by seemingly something enormous, but seemingly heading in the opposite direction. So you can only assume it's been the Owlbear.
Well, the Owlbear is heading towards Handlin.
Maybe. Just seemingly away from you seems to be the direction it's moving. As you see like broken trees, like pieces of shrubbery ripped off, like kind of a huge swath cut through the foliage.
Are we anywhere near the road, Alister?
How long till we get to the road?
We're
We're about above the one, and so it's like
so you'd be
a couple hours.
What is the key safe for miles?
Oh god, I can't read it. It's too pixely.
Who gave him the map?
Who gave him glasses?
What were we even looking for?
You're
It's like
folded.
a hexagon. I don't know.
So, yeah, I'm giving him an eye test currently.
Yeah.
I got
Can you read
One
that?
box
Yeah,
equals.
can you read this letter?
Number one.
But this one. But this one. But this one.
If that's how the miles are out, that's
Miles.
Would you like me to have a
miles.
look?
Yeah,
So
5
5
miles.
mile
Very,
blocks.
very
miles a
rarely
block.
is a kilo on map.
So
given
about
hours.
we got
So in about that hour that you're going to have,
About
'cause you
7.5
guys are
miles.
absolutely beat, and if you do carry on traveling, you will get points of exhaustion. As you've gone about 3, maybe 4 miles of heavy travel.
How far is that in hours?
Ooh, like considering your dilapidated state and he's able to carry you and stuff like that, about an hour.
I'm going to
Okay.
make a campfire.
So we
Yeah,
Can
I
you
feel like
do-
after an hour we'd be like, yeah, fuck.
shouldn't rest on his trail.
Oh, he's not going to come
Tim.
back.
Can I check any grass to see if it's freshly like crushed by his feet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It is
Do you want me to
very
put
much
you
that.
down to do that, or
Let's
just
get off.
lower
Let's
you?
go off. Let's go off the arrow's tail. Let's-
I'll lower
let's-
you down to have a look.
Yeah, I'm like,
You see anything down there?
it's fresh.
Tim, could you or you and Zeife go and just see if you can find
His eyes
a
look
place
okay.
that's
His eyes look okay.
some form of shelter?
Sure.
Can I over-examine them just to be sure? Are you sure they're okay?
Yes, they are absolutely fine.
I
Okay,
spread out
that's
to the
good.
side
That's
of the
nice.
track
I'm still
to
not
try
sure
and
Do
I
a
will.
paranoia
rest.
check.
Yes, I probably should.
We're heading out to
Separate.
look for camp places.
That's my
so-
point.
so-
Then.
That was it.
I forgot to get one out.
No,
of the way.
I'll go with you.
It's hanging up on the lights. So
I might make my own eye drops.
Looking warily at your axe.
can brew some eye
Brew
drops.
some eye drops.
Yeah. You got much damage on your shell from that?
So I can use
The
that.
thing is,
I don't know. I can't
Grenville
see
thinks
my own
he's a
shell.
great potion master, but it's always beer.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
All
It's
he can make.
freakishly good, like beer.
Well,
Magic beer, though. Sometimes
that's
it's
what
evil
for,
beer, but
I guess.
of the magic brew.
beers of varying qualities and alignments.
And
Sorry, I guess now.
some beers that aren't even beer.
Alright, I'm not
You
doing
find a
this
nice
twice.
thatch of trees that you seemingly can head under.
Suspended in a sea of cloud.
Tim notices that there's a map for it and immediately turns around.
These are like good trees.
Yeah.
It's got good cover.
Alright.
Do you remember what kind of tree it is?
Elms and an oak.
Yeah, you can tell by the leaves. Look, when
Oh,
when it's
got
not when it's
trees
not
have
chopped.
leaves.
Yeah, when it's not chopped down, the leaves are an
Trees
easy way
do have
to tell. It's kind of
The
like
blobby
this little.
ones.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That's good to know. So we rest under the oaks. We'll go back and get the others.
Sure.
They've been taking a long time. What did are they having a moment?
I would assume they were talking about trees.
We come back. Guys, we found some really nice trees.
See?
That oaks. We'll be able to shells for them. Big. Nice.
Remember, whenever someone's taking a
I'm-
long time, they're talking about trees.
That's,
let's-
that's probably true, yeah. Because trees are very interesting.
Exactly.
Let's
Heavy.
let's go.
Lead the way then.
We go back.
Really the way.
I'd make your way there. You.
I'm sticking at the back.
I'm guessing you're making kind of a campfire.
Yeah, when we go there.
So yeah, campfire put together, well put out. You guys had your bedroll. Who's going to watch?
I'll go and watch. I'm
I'll
very
go and watch as
exhausted.
well. I'm too paranoid to go to sleep.
Okay.
Sure. You don't need a rest.
Not yet. Will you rest first?
You need it.
Okay.
10.
Remember,
We
we
need
need
you
you to
back
go to
light.
sleep.
Don't come to
He immediately falls asleep.
Hit.
Can I go just like leaning
So
up
you just go,
against?
you sure? Yeah. Okay.
I'll lean up against Tim's shell.
I'm going underneath an oak in the shell.
You disappear into your shell, and then you just hit.
The leaves are above it.
Yeah, if you're leaning on my shell, it's
Dwarves are
it's
used
good
to
massage.
there's some heavy vibration on that shell though.
Good vibrations.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Got
it's,
the leaves above the hole on your shell are just like going.
like the sort of vibration you don't want to hear coming from the next room.
Oh.
And the next room's this guy's shell.
That kind of vibration there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that exact one.
Oh dear. Right.
They're refurbishing in your shell too.
So you two are on watch.
Yeah.
Okay. As you just hear that faint crackle of the fire and just watch everything take place in front of you. Not much seems to be happening. Just
Tell that to the music.
Yes.
roll perception, you two.
Oh, I've heard the cello.
Oh,
I'm
which
more
one should I
suspicious.
do? Because it's all been going so awfully wrong.
14.
Oh no, what am I doing with the? Oh,
I don't know what you're doing.
don't know what I'm doing
Roll
with
my
that.
one.
Sure, I'll roll your one.
I read that. Oh, okay. Gosh,
Okay,
it's 17.
straight
I've been
up average.
Not doing
Yeah, you
that
should have
Perception.
pluses for all of them. Just maybe you don't have
Right.
extra pluses.
Well, good thing for sight.
So the
14.
No,
As
17.
you guys,
Yeah.
as you guys
17
are
percent.
checking out the fire, just sat there, seemingly you hear that as you watch, and you see seemingly a mass of like owl, the owlbear, like walking past, turn towards you for a second, and you see that it's got in its mouth what looks to be like a half section of the ogre,
Oh, keep walking.
and then just pads cautiously past you.
Don't tell Tim.
I'm coming for you, you fucking.
Alister.
Pads away.
You,
So much for me having a good turnaround in confidence, and I buckled under all that. First time I meet her, second time I meet her, second time in a row, I froze.
Alister, it was wiping all of us out. Tim was down. I wasn't, I mean, the best.
But I didn't do anything to him. I stood there and froze.
You just had magic in your face. Like, you can't fight everything, Alister. That's why we're here. You're smart. You've got other things going for you. You don't need to be fighting. We'll kill it. We will. We'll kill it because you need it dead.
It's not just me. My family needs that thing gone. This was something that's been looming over us for the past 10 years.
Well, then for you and your family, we'll kill it, Lord Brennan. How is the foot and everything else?
It'll be fine. Sorry, I didn't mean to get so short with you earlier.
Alright, I just stabbed you with something, I guess.
That's the boy's job.
Yeah. It happens.
This whole journey's been a bit of a I mean, this is all news. You've been taught to fight. You've been taught how to potentially survive.
You're figuring it out. You've killed a few people so far. That's good. A few things.
That wasn't me. I should have just I was learning magic because I didn't want to fight. I wanted to be able to. I didn't want to kill. I never wanted to kill. But then suddenly at that camp with that guy with the what was his name? The guy with the zombies. The guy with the zombies. With Cost. I really wanted to fight him. I wanted to because he was messing with you and just that, and with the night before, and I just snapped, and I still feel that need to just let loose and
Well, you'll
burn.
You've got your magic. Like that's enough, surely.
But that's
We'll get the Owlbear and
the further I go, I feel like I'm getting further away of what my sister would have wanted of me. I've burned nature, which is what she is so. She was so connected to it.
But you said she was also a fighter.
That was my other sister. That was Tasha.
Well, what would Tasha have done then? Would she have just stood around and not defended herself? Or?
No, she would have.
There's a difference between killing, like the Owlbear kills, and killing because someone's crossed you or because someone else is doing something wrong. Yes, I didn't want Cost dead, but he wasn't good. It wasn't your fault for wanting him harmed.
But I don't know where I would have stopped. I don't know where my line was then.
Doesn't matter, you don't know till you find it. Doesn't matter with people like that.
As you guys are having this conversation, you haven't quite noticed that there seems to be several cloaked, diminutive figures on kind of the very edge of the campfire.
I stand up, put my staff at them. Stand up, put my staff at them. Just immediate.
They raise up their hands and then they immediately pull back their hoods and you see they're goblins. No! Okay. Okay, please.
I just collapse. Just down.
Shut up!
What do you guys want? Again.
A gun? They seem different than the ones you
Try it. If you try,
Not very
I am in a very. I am in a. For me at least, I'm sure everyone else is.
What
We are
do you
in
want?
very bad moods right now. So if you're going to want to kill us, you're going to have a fight, and you're not all going to make it out. So you can all just take a gamble on it, see who wants to die. Because if we're going to go, you want to risk which. If it's you, or you, or you.
Does any of this?
Roll intimidation with advantage.
Does any of this percolate my passive? Am I woken
sleeping
up?
bag.
by this?
You're asleep.
Point
of exhaustion, you need to go.
Yeah.
18.
They just look like they just back away, like very sadness in their eyes as they just back away into the shadows.
I wish they'd stop doing that.
Were there any of the goblins the same as before?
Roll deception.
Keen mind though. As ones we've
Don't
seen.
need to have noticed.
Okay. Alright, okay. So it was 12
You might have
plus
to remember,
yeah,
not notice.
16.
Okay. As you were threatening them, you realised that a few of them seem to be holding wounded and holding what seem to be like bundles. As they are now gone.
Now I've proven my point. If you want to sit down, have a chat.
I think they've gone, Alister.
Hmm.
Probably for the best. We don't need more of them around, really.
So why did we kill them? What was I supposed to say?
How many perceptions, eh?
So, yeah, so 10. I've never been
Okay.
No.
You hear very faintly said in the shadows.
I sense a note coming. Ah.
Messages.
It's so faint. It's said in the shadows. I'm like, what? Sorry.
It's taking time to translate.
Yeah. Didn't quite catch that.
A piece of paper just comes out of the shadows.
From the parchment just went, whee! You feel a little bad.
Feel a little bad.
A little bit. That was a bad comment to make.
It's a little bad.
It's fine. Alright.
That was a bad comment to make.
Well, I don't know, you can try.
You still want to help them, Alister? You want them back?
Honestly, I couldn't give two shits.
Wow.
Fair.
Yeah.
I sit back down and we just carry on with the watch.
Rest of your watch passes. Pretty uneventful. Who's next on watch?
Oh, great.
How's my exhaustion?
On watch.
If you're on watch a little bit, you'll get a point of exhaustion.
Okay.
There were
1, 2, so you got
there were some goblins around, but
still bad.
they didn't seem to want anything. They just
Didn't ask you to help free them.
no, not this lot. Whoever they were, they just moved on.
That's good.
Nothing else. I'm gonna go sleep.
So how does Alister look? Is he slightly shaken or is he okay?
Oh, just rolled over, not even covering his face, just going straight to
Okay.
sleep. No response.
Alister, okay.
Shaken but not stunned.
Alright.
So, who's on watch now?
Fine.
Okay. Boy, as you sit on watch,
Talking to himself.
you're having an interesting watch, just like quite peaceful actually. As you hear just flutter. And perched on the opposing side, on top of Tim's shell, is a crow. Just looking at you. Not making any sound. Just looking at you. Beady, glassy eyes, just
Sort of mirror its head movements.
A dwarf and a crow.
I pull up 2 graves from my
Stare-
ears. Neck the wings.
Staring down.
Oh, you're staring contest.
crow just goes. Nah, joke.
It's a fucking crow. It's a 6-pack.
Bro!
It's a gym lad crow.
It's a crowbar.
Good
Exactly
voice,
8
just like,
feet tall. Is it just one of them?
Corbin massive.
And I can examine it for any purple energy.
How do you do that?
I'm staring really hard.
You look at it, it looks like a crow to
Chugging
you.
like the ninth bird.
Corbin.
You hear about, as you hear next to you. You are doing good, clearly.
It's Charles Dance again.
Did I
And
say anything?
there, sat there is Trisenda. As he sits there in his regal kind of purplish green robes.
Is he sat on me?
Yeah.
No, because that's where he was looking at the crow.
Oh, I thought the crow had become.
I thought the crow had turned into.
No,
Okay.
no. As he just sat on the log next to the boy and just like
You're back.
jagged, slightly purple features.
Did I get you anything? Who did you look at?
Only wounded.
Wounded.
Take your pick.
Only a pack of goblins just came past.
Are you hurt?
I'm fine.
That's a question I should ask. Is anybody here hurt?
A bit tired.
No. Tired is for the living.
Right.
As he looks over and clearly can smell blood, as he goes over to the sleeping Alister and sees that there's a few pockets of blood still leaking from his face. Just like, 1 second. And just leans down.
All right.
Oh!
Oh!
And just slaps up the blood from your face.
Do I wake up from that?
Okay, Pat, roll me a perception with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Probably.
You licked my face!
Vampire stealthy.
You licked my face!
Yeah.
That's the likes.
Where did the vampire
Natural one.
touch you?
You're just like,
I'm
Not
maybe
even-
use,
not even a
can you
movement
spare
on
the
that.
dying to close up the wound. Does it do that?
No.
Or does it just
That's not what
stabilise
spare
it?
the dying
It won't
does.
stop the
Stabilise
bleeding.
no, just make sure they die. That's all it
Okay.
does.
Right. Do you enjoy that?
Not the best vintage, but not too bad.
I'm offended. I am hurt.
I'm covered in.
What do you prefer?
A little better aged.
Oh well, there's an old bear out there if you're looking for age.
Just young wood.
How do you know him anyway?
Freaking wizard.
As he just, presumably just tastes. Oh, I know everything about him now.
Oh,
How he's a modern Canaan. Very powerful family indeed.
oh, so he's told me.
How he really does not like that Owlbear.
Oh, I've seen that.
No. It is deeper than that.
Oh.
You should ask him sometime.
All right.
I think you should kill that Owlbear. It'd be better for his peace of mind.
You know,
Okay.
killing's not really my thing, don't you?
I know. You've all shown yourselves quite capable, quite powerful. Especially as he just walks over. This fellow right here. Knocking on
Oh.
his shelf.
Do anything to wake me up?
Oh, perception.
It's like knocking on my door. 11.
The shadow box.
He's effective, yes.
I like
Very much so. I saw you destroyed that creature of porcelain.
Didn't give us
wonder-
much choice.
You might just be able to help me.
You want freeing as well, do you?
Not so much freeing as saving.
That's not what I was told to do last time. You know anything about who said that?
Who?
The voices.
What voices?
I look off in
He
a
looks a little bit like,
Gaslighting you do.
maybe not.
some sort of celestial voice, not mine, not yours apparently. Said it wanted me to free it.
Does any part of me look celestial?
Does any part of him look celestial?
Does any part of him look
He's
celestial?
purple fleshed. What do you think?
And he just drank my blood.
Yeah,
We're
no.
not picking.
Oh. It's not you that wants freeing, who is it? Who else is trapped around here?
I don't know.
You don't
All
know.
I know is I cannot die.
But you just said you knew all these things.
Wood flex.
Don't question me.
He'll whip you. He'll do it.
Alright, fine. What is it you want this time?
I told you you may be able to help me.
Alright.
But I need to know if you are. As he just closes his fingers together, and you just see the long file of nails.
A dwarf.
I need to see if you are truly strong.
That's very specific.
Very.
I know exactly what I'm supposed to do.
Something interesting about how, well, you've seen how this owlbear seems to be taking these bodies back.
Is that what he's doing?
Yes,
Thought he swallowed them.
yes, he did. But he seems to be taking that over for later. Let me ask you a question. What was happening with those creatures that he ate?
Being cremated.
Don't take me for a fool. What were they doing? What was happening before
Jane Weapons.
you cremated them?
You're under control of some sort of shard.
I'm curious. How was this shard seemingly taking effect?
I don't know. If I knew that, I'd have done something about it sooner. Seemed to be contact based,
Contact based.
as far as we could tell.
Contact based.
It was stuck in his body pretty well.
Very well. Contact based. Through the shards. that were in those bodies?
No.
It's like pulling teeth.
They weren't in those bodies?
No, they weren't. You saw the bodies, didn't you?
I did see the bodies.
No shards in them.
I also saw where they went.
Right. All of them.
All of them.
Well, he spat them out again.
I say I'm going nowhere with this.
I have a aneurysm in my shell.
Everyone's nose just starts bleeding.
Fabric of reality falls apart at the end.
Well, I'll let you put 2 and 2 together yourself. Then, well,
Two
we'll
of
see if you work this out.
I'm not sure I guess your meaning, but you probably worked that out already.
Well, I think we've established that while powerful, you're not smart.
Alright.
Goodbye, boy.
Oh god. Oh, that was a miss.
Oh wow!
And he just seemingly mist forms away.
Coin roll right on the edge.
Oh, he seems cheery. I do enjoy our chats.
Okay. And as the long rest ends,
Only
you
he
lose
spoke more
8
plainly.
points of exhaustion. You had 2.
Yeah.
You lose your point of exhaustion. And everybody's at full health.
Hey!
As everybody is awoken and having had their long rests.
I do so love our conversations.
I'll talk some nice.
Blimey.
Alright, everyone good? We need to get going.
Your friend came back again.
I don't. I
Friend?
think I'm still
I
pretty.
say sort of in Alice's direction.
Which
Huh?
one?
Sorry.
How's your
Pardon?
head? How's his head?
It's weird.
Examine
I
the
slept
point
so
where the
much,
blood was
but
taken
I
from.
still feel so
It's-
tired.
Actually, as you check it, it's healed.
Why do I feel wet on my cheek?
You're probably drooling. You do that sometimes.
Do I?
Yeah, you're a bit of a gross sleeper.
You know Cassandra, don't you?
Probably check your pillow for mold occasionally.
I don't know why you came in to speak to me, but you did.
Good old hero.
Seemed to take a liking to you, shall we say?
What?
What?
That sound bad.
There's a lot of
Well, you took blood out. I don't think you put anything in.
What?
I tried to get there sooner, but
What?
speed's not exactly my forte.
Wait. So wait, what was he doing to my face?
Nothing to your face. You had some blood leaking out. Well, I think you can work out what he did.
Calmly explaining the sexual harassment.
Wait, did someone turn up and make out with Alister?
That's what I'm getting.
Oh,
Alister,
No,
was
no.
that your first kiss?
he
Fine.
licked my.
See, not everyone hates you, kid.
I'd rather him hate.
Licking is a sign of affection.
It seemed rather pleased by what he got from it.
So it would seem.
Said he knew more about you now.
I mean, you don't lick people that you don't like.
It's a very good point.
Does anything that click with anything I've, any history I've read of whatever he is, whether any creatures or anything like that? Like says he understood what more about me. I don't.
Wait, as the point
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
You have heard that some creatures that devour blood are able to read memories from it.
Oh, that's lovely. Why did you let him do that?
I didn't let him do it. You only got one lick. I've stopped him from getting any more.
You don't know what, lick. What's so bad?
Yeah.
I told you, speed's not
Yeah.
exactly what I'm built for.
Don't worry. I'll remember that. Yeah, I'll
Turned
remember.
into a mist.
Yeah. Mm.
Just mist.
Okay. Okay.
What was I supposed to do?
Well,
you catch mist?
I, sh-
Did you hear?
no, I assume you him watching him approach me, crouch down to my face.
You think it was slow, do you?
I assume there was some ample amount of time to say, "Hey, stop."
Oh, I did, and I did. You think that stopped him?
I don't know. I was kind of not all there.
I was. I tried to stop him. I couldn't make it. But I didn't do any more, did he? So I did something.
I mean, if it's healed your face, then
Well, that's what I'm worried about.
You know, I'll send you your way as well. Yeah, I'll send a little note saying on my forehead. So you know what? Forget me. Zeife would like a little lick. Don't forget coin too.
Well, he probably
Yeah,
liked
then.
me more, so he didn't like Youngblood.
All right then.
I've had a vintage taste.
Alister, can you see how close these soldiers are, like you did yesterday?
We took a liking to your bear, too.
What? Right. Okay. We're gonna have a longer talk about this. Zeife's right. I'm gonna send out Perry
Okay.
to help in
As
the
you send out
average direction.
Perry, and in the original direction.
In the direction of where they were marching.
Who's gonna
So you'll need to find that. So
Yeah.
to do that, you're going to follow the direction of where.
I'll go to where they were, and then I'll head back on the direction where they were marching.
Okay, so you head back. So Perry flies back to where the cave was.
Mm.
Yeah. And as you fly past, you see that.
Oh, I can't because that's miles away, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
as
can't.
you're heading
yeah.
that direction, you see that along that trail, or that swath that seems to be cut, there's a lot of brown feathers seemingly left behind, as more and more seemingly just kind of slough off by the looks of it. As you see that, from the looks of it, as you see that there are bloodstains and stuff like that, like it looks, and there are pieces of ogre left. It seems like something did not wait before it ate something, and you
Huh.
see that there were, by the looks of it, there was a lot of thrashing, and seemingly a lot of feathers have seemingly just scattered around the place.
Is it all the same colour, same type of
All
feathers?
that same colour, that same kind of browny grey.
Something's happening to that owlbear. I don't know where the army is.
Good or bad happening to the owl?
I don't know. There's feathers everywhere. I'm still in the
Oh,
looking.
can I just check the
at-
name? Isn't his name Viridon?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not the name that was
Okay,
said.
well,
That makes more
As
sense.
long as it's not
Yeah.
heading this way quickly, I guess we just need to move on.
I don't. Is there blood everywhere? Or
No blood.
If there was blood, our friend
don't-
would have noticed.
There's a little bit of like the blood of the ogre, but that's it.
Just feathers.
I can't hear any of what you're saying. It's you see my eyes like kind of
His eyes
like
are
fogged
glazed.
up. Yeah. It's just feathers. It looks like there's been a just skirmish, but is there any tracks or anything that suggests
There are
anything
tracks.
else?
You can see that make out that seemingly owlbear tracks, seemingly moving at a steady and very kind of regimented pace. As though seemingly the distance between each step seems very much exactly the same.
It's getting a lot more. Its tracks aren't wild as an animal would be. It's not. It's a lot more. There's a lot more control. There's a lot more.
Someone's controlling it.
No. I can't hear you.
No,
No,
this is
whatever
my,
that was.
for all of Kaboy's
No.
strength, his intelligence is not great.
You can
It's-
actually make out that there seems to be a trail created by these feathers.
It's
Because-
losing all its feathers. I think. There's a lot of them. Yeah, there's a
Something
lot.
being
There's a
dragged
lot.
somewhere.
Yeah. It's no. It's not. It's not dragging.
Perry
can't
It's
hear
something.
continuing to follow.
Stop.
Is Perry continuing to follow the trail?
As far as it can go, and if it stops, then
As it continues to follow the trail, it's
quite
more and more,
about 20 feet up.
More and more seems to be that there is feathers and feathers. Then you see that there is something shiny among the feathers that are trailing along. Zoom in on it, okay. You see a dagger. You see
Go and
a
grab
dagger.
that. Go and grab that dagger.
It is jeweled at the hilt, and you see that at seemingly the point, like the jagged end of it, it seems to have seemingly kind of gone like slightly calcium.
Is it the same dagger as yeah?
Keep in mind, coming in for effect.
So Perry goes to grab it, and Perry comes back.
While
What's he carrying?
he's doing that, can I stump over to Granwell?
Oh.
Just fly by.
Little buddy. How's you? And I sort of crouch down. And think, How's your eyes?
That's rude. Just stand
Well,
over.
no, because then you'll be looking me in the nether regions.
That's a good point. Let's not do that.
But
Carapace.
they think that's my man. How's
My
your
eyes?
eyes?
Apparently, according to the boy, they're fine.
Do you feel fine?
Absolutely. Never better.
Where did you go?
I just went to the pub. Then I tried to catch up with you guys, and there was this whole forest, and I was blindfolded, so
Is there a pub around here?
I was blindfolded.
Apparently, just let him wander out.
Does he seem alright?
Seems fine. I mean, he's Grenville, but seems
Roll
fine.
insight on yourself.
Roll me an investigation.
Ooh. Absolutely my strong suit. 6.
Seems alright.
You know his
Okay.
name.
You look okay.
That's right.
If you feel funny in the... Let us know.
Absolutely. You'll be the first to know.
Okay.
As you consider this, you hear
Thanks
that,
for the drink.
That's alright. I can make more.
and
That is our one way.
a crow starts flying towards you guys, holding a dagger.
Okay, I
That's
like
my
I
one,
light
that's
up the
my
flame.
That's my one.
Make sure
That's
you don't
Perry.
drop
That's Perry.
that. Don't drop
They've
that.
evolved!
Are you sure?
They could
Yes,
use,
I'm the one who
I
told him
was
to pick it
told
up.
they could use tools.
Yes, there was one
They're
came
getting
to
smart.
one
Already
came
javelin.
came in last night before.
Tim, no,
What?
no, that's Perry.
Oh. Is he a
Just kind of
rogue
hovers
now?
above.
I just,
like,
he's fine. I just hold up my hand. Just like, just drop the knife, Perry.
You can get weapons delivered.
drops it. Roll me a slap hand.
Yes, he's dropped.
They count? They
Going
count?
straight
matter.
through your hand.
Is it coming towards me? Is it falling
You
towards
just
me?
asked him to
I mean, you
drop
just
the
don't ask him
knife
to
at your
drop a
hand.
knife on the
Okay,
ground.
yeah.
I said, don't drop it.
Can I use this?
Oh,
Thank you. Oh my god.
as
You
it
can
drops,
go, oh,
it seems to drop point first,
hang on.
but your hand just goes. Oh, hold on.
More damage.
Just catches it.
That is the magnum opus of my D&D playing now.
Well
That's it. I remembered an item.
You now hold the knife by its point. However, you realise that it is seemingly a odd, fine material at the end of this point. Now on your fingertips, almost like powdered calcium,
What have you got there?
like a stone.
Okay.
Oh, stone! I can do that. I can do this. Can I examine
Is
it?
it
for
like
stone
like a powder on a metal dagger, or is it the dagger's become?
Like at the end,
Yeah.
seemingly it has been broken off,
Oh right.
and there is like
Oh, like
powder-
the back of the eye
like
socket.
seemingly
Yeah.
powdered stone at the end.
Do I recognise it as stone? Is it clearly not?
There-
Would you
Yeah,
recognise
it's
it as stone from the distance you're from it? Not any more ornate than that.
It's a very fancy dagger. I'll give you that.
I pull out my own dagger and look slightly disappointed. Quite some craftsmanship
Don't see
there.
too many of those.
You recognise it?
investigation.
Oh.
I'm assuming you're getting closer.
I'm getting. Well, I'm getting. as
I'm
close
not
as I
hiding
can.
it,
I was
I'm
I was
just
next to him when
admiring
he
it.
was sending me.
I'm
Roll
just-
an investigation.
I'm just reminiscing.
Do I get my bonus on stonework?
No.
Yes, you do.
Oh. Okay.
So stop the effect.
This could be. This could still be horrendous. Yeah, that is a 10
With modifiers?
with modifiers.
Just pull it out a little bit, Alec, and just give it more of a lever.
It doesn't take much of a check to recognise that this is porcelain.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's it's porcelain you're holding there.
Yeah.
Is it this? Recognise the type, or are we okay with that one?
Well, putting together that the owl's feathers are falling out, it's becoming a little bit more rigid in its movements and a lot more exact, and where the knife was, in the back of its skull, at the eye socket, I'm definitely going to say it's consumed the porcelain creatures. I think
that's
it's
not
turning into one of those creatures.
Well, that sucks.
Well, that's
But is the dagger any good? Is it sharp?
It's only good to me. It's
Keep
only
it.
good for me.
At least get that porcelain off it first.
Why?
Can I put the porcelain in a vial or anything anything I would have? Because I don't know.
Sure, if you want.
Yeah, just break it off and put it in. Just
Break it off.
break it off the knife. I'll take it off the knife.
Oh, I thought you meant like break the knife. I'm like, flip the knife, that'd be a trick.
No, just literally just
You rub it
off.
off.
Yeah, and just put it
You rub
away.
it off and it goes into the vial.
I don't know if it's useful or used in anything.
Make use
Well,
of it, probably.
Seems to have had plenty
We
of
didn't
uses
say
so far.
anything.
You're
I
rubbing
know.
things off into vials.
Oh dear.
Breaking
Huh?
them off.
Don't
Don't
engage.
go
Don't
there.
reject.
Don't
Okay.
go there.
Alright.
Don't
Don't
worry.
engage.
It's already been done.
Oh dear.
Disengage from the conversation.
Right. Okay, so yeah, you
So-
break
No,
off
I
the powdered
Yeah.
remains of the porcelain and drop it into a vial.
And
Nothing came from the bear, then it's.
nothing. This thing came from my sister.
I was worried to say that.
Which one?
Let's make sure I get the name right now. It's been ages since I looked at
Keep
his
in
name.
mind.
I thought it came from a bear.
The Owlbear. Or whatever it is now.
That's not his sister. Well, I don't think it is it? No. No.
Left of her was inside it. This is what's
Oh.
left.
It's my sister Judith. My older sister.
That, I think... Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Is it heading this way? You said there were feathers
Was
everywhere,
it going away from us?
Seemingly heading in the direction away from you. You couldn't make out much because there was only a certain amount of distance you could go.
Yeah.
Well, your friend said he knew where it was. Rodon wants it dead.
He's not my fucking friend.
What else am I supposed to call him?
Veridon.
Well, either way, he knows where it is. He wants it dead. Why he wants it dead, I don't know.
Because it sucks.
Tell him we can get in line.
I think he wants to kill it. I think he wants us to kill it.
Oh,
Rodon does not want to get his hands dirty. We've seen that.
I'm gonna kill it.
when it comes back, we'll face it. Until then, let's just head
Yeah,
back
guys,
to the
we
town
gotta,
and
yeah. We gotta
tell
go
them
say
where
what
the
happened.
orcs went.
Is the town in a southeasterly direction from us?
No, it's southern.
That is west.
Straight,
isn't
like
it?
pretty much
No, that's
straight
Would,
south.
would Agatha be in a southeasterly direction, by any chance?
Yeah, she'd be
no,
northeast,
she's
mate.
northeast.
So
Yeah.
from where we were before?
No,
No,
northeast
okay.
still.
Okay,
Dude,
that's
she
alright.
fleeced
That's
us the
fine.
last time. We got nothing.
That's not true.
We've got the power of friendship too.
If you got shiny, you might get some answers.
Don't underestimate friendship, Zeife. If you can, if you're on your own, then that's much harder.
It's not Viridon who wants freeing. What is it?
Friendship.
I asked more to
Like-
the sky than
I
you.
just-
but
I just
two
follow-
of
I
us
just-
are stronger
I follow
than
Zeife.
others.
A cloud just goes.
That is
"Ooh."
true.
That's what.
What do you mean you don't know?
Come on, looks
You-
crazy
you-
to
you-
everyone,
you- Uncle Boy?
including the dead man.
Did I throw
I'm
an
having a
accent?
conversation, hold on. Those voices earlier, it
That's
wasn't
fair.
yours. It wasn't that
You can do
vampire.
it if you want.
I thought it was him wanted freeing. Now he tells me it's not him, doesn't know what it is.
Kaboin, who are you talking to?
How long
Seriously,
have you been out
to be honest, you're kind of freaking me out a bit more now.
I gesture to the Timora heads on my road.
He's trying.
I think he's got the sky sickness. They're used to being underground.
Well, religion, Kaboy.
Oh.
He's giving it a go. He's giving it a go.
4.
You're in.
Keep trying.
But again, it seems like a cloud just shrugs at you.
Whole cloud.
So find out in time.
Him in the forehead. Guys, if we're
Following Zeife's lead.
that's weird. We should
Well,
move on.
I pick up some are there owlbear feathers nearby?
Oh no,
Yeah.
they're well
They're up
off.
the trail, mate.
Mr. Lumber Orc is waiting to know what happened. We done a
I'm
thing.
excited for this
So let's
conversation.
go and tell him about the thing.
Let's go.
He should know that half of his orcs were killed.
Oh yeah, that.
Oh, but they were by us. We killed them.
Well,
They were already.
I mean,
I want to go and see if I can
they
get.
ran at us, so in many ways that's suicide.
What it's worth, the Owlbear ate them. You could always
Yeah.
say it that way.
yes,
I want to go,
yes,
if I
an
can
owlbear
go and see if I
did eat
can
them.
also
Very
pick up.
elaborate suicide.
An owlbear ate them.
There's no point in lying. We came here to
Well,
try.
that
We
is-
went there
that
to
is
try
true.
and get him back.
Sometimes
But
there is
it
point
just-
in lying to protect ourselves.
We didn't do anything wrong. We tried.
And one of them killed himself. Whatever was controlling them, they weren't happy about it.
The owlbear ate them. That's a nice thing to say.
I'll let you deal with it.
We'll head back.
Lead the way.
I'm not
Before
really the
you
talkative
go, I
type.
just put a hand on Zeife's shoulder. Obviously. Lying doesn't always protect people. You gotta lie good. And then I walk off.
Let's go.
Onwards. These green skin things you saw heading out, you haven't seen them since?
No, I haven't.
Which way were they headed?
Were they heading like southern?
What's that?
Was it? Were the green things?
It seemed like they were either marching or patrolling. Couldn't quite tell.
Do I know what direction they were headed when I was looking at them?
When you were looking at them, they seemed to be heading your direction, but you
Oh, so like more.
you
of a-
wouldn't be able to say what direction they were heading in at that point.
I could, because of keen mind.
Yes, but you don't know where they were going now.
Okay,
Yes.
but back then, were they direction like more northerly? Northern.
They're kind of like west.
West. Oh, they're coming down. Okay, all right then. Wait, no, not down.
north,
To the left. It's not down. I was thinking of yeah. I know. I know. I'm just glad I immediately caught myself on that.
You said they had hoods.
You have the. I'm the map bearer. Wow.
Man.
You said they had hoods on.
They
You
had
think they were
helmets
hiding
on.
from something?
No, they weren't hiding. They were in marching formation. They weren't trying to hide.
Oh,
There was
kind of
there was
military.
someone leading them in a quite detailed
Could you
hood.
show us?
Oh yeah.
I feel used.
Well, a little bit.
Dance, monkey, dance!
Jesus Christ.
I make an image of the guy's face, the guy's
Okay.
upper torso.
Okay. Who's looking at this image?
I'm looking.
Probably not you guys. You're having a giggle.
I set off walking.
No, he's
They're-
walked
they're-
on.
they're in front.
That's right. So,
Yeah,
so
we're
where have you headed off to?
I'm walking back to Handling.
Okay. So you guys haven't noticed that they vanished.
Oh no,
we
we
were
were walking with
walking
them.
Oh, you can.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we followed their lead.
Magic, it's a drive-by
you guys
magic show.
lead in. So okay, combine roll me and nature.
Have I done those before? No. 17.
Okay. You get.
I think I've seen this somewhere before. Well, read about it, one of the two. I'm getting a book.
I'm picturing a book.
Picturing a book. It's a page, maybe two. When you've got a couple of seconds, have to be quick.
You get 10 seconds.
That's actually hit you with an axe.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah, but that
Page
was
in
like
particular.
wicked.
5, 6,
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Just adjust those. Oh, so, and everything else is that on top of it.
Yeah, you get the proficiency in strength.
Now, that'll be hobgoblins.
Yeah, I don't know what that
Nasty creatures.
That's,
One of the few things they wouldn't mind putting down.
Stuff you fill in your provision bit, so you get the extra bonus. That increases as well.
So what's this one?
Was that one that was leading? A hobgoblin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bigger one,
So like the rolls
higher rank,
10.
bigger muscles, but otherwise the same on the inside.
Hold on, this is. I show him the subordinates, the ones in metal. Do you recognise any of these?
Hobgoblins as well. Presumed the answer to that bigger one,
That
but
one you're not
not strict on hierarchy. They've got their own code, but it's vile. Evil beings. Tough in a fight, though. You don't want to get on the wrong side of them unless you know you can handle yourself.
So if
Keep
we
your
need
distance.
more things going on in Fandolin.
Any symbols on their armour?
Hmm?
Any symbols on their armour?
No.
No.
But you can make out.
To be some sort of armour, not necessarily a uniform, but could just be them. Could have come from somewhere else. Likely I've got a network that they're coming from, but no, I'd rather be out here. Can't say I feel easy about it.
Let's get back to Fandolin. Let's get back to more familiar area.
You said goblins visited during the night.
Yeah.
Do they look injured?
Do I hear
Some
him say
did.
that?
Do we talk
Some
about
did.
Do I hear him say goblins?
goblins?
But one of them was
You hear
mention.
goblins,
One of
yes.
them was
I
mentioning
stop and
about
turn around.
saying, "Why don't they kill us?" One of them mentioned, "Why don't they kill us?" Wasn't them
Are you sure?
positive?
No,
Well,
the
what did they
goblins.
want?
They didn't say.
They came approaching, and I could hear one of them mention about, "Why don't we just kill them?"
That's rude.
My thoughts
Did they
exactly.
kill
So
you?
No, they just left.
I invited them to leave with some gusto in my speech.
The
Yeah,
hobgoblins
that they
are on
walked
the
off.
march. The goblins find out
That's
something about
also
why.
kind of rude.
We weren't exactly able to risk a fight, Tim.
I essentially, when they mentioned that, I promised them that if they fought us, if we went down, we would definitely take a lot of them with us.
Well, yeah, they're very small and squishy. They're quite vulnerable.
They weren't with the hobgoblins.
What?
Some of them looked injured already.
The who?
Some of them seem to be carrying.
What's
There's
usually
an
run
army
what's,
of
what's a
hob-
blobgoblin?
Hobgoblin.
Picture an orc, naked orange.
Naked orange.
This is what a hobgoblin looks like.
What?
Ugh.
Everything.
I'm sure I'm making a image
Everything.
thing.
Evil creatures.
Yeah, is it naked?
Green flesh.
It's not naked.
How tall are
It's
they?
not naked.
It's one
The one in the
one in
book was
a
orange.
red, like reddish. Was it reddish
Yeah.
skin?
Yeah.
It's not
Was it
it's
reddish
more
skin,
the
the
green.
Green.
Green. What about the one? The hood was still green as well.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so green skin,
Well,
hood,
they don't.
summon armor.
They don't look very big.
Oh no, because I can't make anything bigger.
How big are they?
How big were they?
Depends on the.
What do you mean?
How big were the
So
hobgoblins in
Tim will
the?
think
Hobgoblins.
that Alister made
Ow,
hobgoblins.
6 feet tall.
They come in a few different
they're-
sizes. They get bigger.
They're about that big.
My height.
I'm standing here like about
Well,
6
So
foot.
kind of small.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Relatively speaking, yes.
Some of
To
the
you,
warlords
yes.
can
Tim.
get bigger. They might put up a bit of a
Okay,
fight.
It's
why are we
still
talking
taken.
about them?
They're
Did
marching
that-
out.
Not too big.
Don't know where to or where from, but the goblins aren't with them.
We killed a few hobgoblins in our
But
time.
if they're all goblins,
Different
Oh.
goblins, I think.
You'd expect
Big
the
goblins.
hobgoblins to have the goblins working for them, but
are they just big goblins?
doesn't seem to be the case.
Because maybe they're nice.
They're not.
Caboyne doesn't seem to
How do
think
you
so.
know?
We don't.
We've
We'll
dealt
meet
with them
them
a
at
few
some point.
times in the guild. That's about it.
Just because the sheer size difference, and he seems to be saying a lot of stuff and not proving it. I want to insight check that.
What's that?
His like we've
When I
fought a
talk
lot
about
of
when I talk about the guild and what we've
like
done.
how we fought a load. Of,
Okay.
oh wow. Insight. Where is it? It.
Seems to be telling the truth.
Is there anything else you can tell us about the blob goblins? As the honorary second in command of Navrik, I feel like that's information you might want to share.
I have personally dealt with them, but I know people who have.
Like who?
Other members.
Like Bob? I don't know any other members. Is there a member called Bob?
There's no one called Bob.
That's a shame. That's a nice name.
There's a Bob Wick.
Of course there is.
I think those goblins are running
That's
from
what
something.
happens when you make a candle out of Bob.
Right, as you're having this lovely conversation, you make your way to seemingly the outskirts of Fandlin, just make your way in there. Nobody's on the gate, it's just simple standard at this point. There's the hustle and bustle of people going about, not really much complaints.
Are there any guards around?
Not really.
And none of the soldiers.
No, doesn't seem to be a lot of soldiers.
Any workers who are building any orcs who are building
That's
the.
You hear sounds of like active construction and that kind of thing off in the distance. You also hear just like crowds.
Any suspicious carriages looming in the shadows?
You haven't got there yet.
Can we see
Like
the or hear the overbuilder person, master builder?
You can
The
hear
bearded one.
you can hear like as I say like sounds of construction and that kind of thing.
Generic happening.
It's like there is still that
Master
sound.
builder
Like it doesn't sound as loud as it did, but now it's like
You're
it's still
also
going on.
generic.
I head off in that direction. I nod with my head a signal to Zeife. Let's go that direction towards the construction.
Towards the construction site.
I'm already walking that way.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're
Alright.
generic heading.
Is there a place in town for messenger birds?
You'd have to ask for that.
Can I ask someone?
Okay,
Nearby.
so as you head your way to the construction site, you see once again what seemingly left are sleeping giants under new management. And over to the right you see seemingly a half team of orcs seemingly putting their work together, not really liking it, but doing their job, and you just see Timber Tusk just stood at the fore just like, "Get going, come on, do what you're gonna do." This is huge teeth, huge tusks jutting out.
Hey, builder orc.
Oh!
Timber.
Timber person.
Yeah, what do you want?
Mr. Woodtooth.
Tusk good, get my name right.
Mr. Tusker. We
Speaking my name.
found your orcs.
Oh, did you? Okay. Well, what happened? Where are they?
I
They're
look,
back.
I look
They're dead.
very solemn.
They're dead. They got eaten by an owlbear.
They're eaten by an owlbear.
Roll me a deception.
I mean, that's true.
That's true. That
It's
happened.
true.
Roll me a deception with advantage.
Lie about the truth.
It did happen
I'm
afterwards.
not lying to him. It's fine.
It did happen after they died.
13.
16.
Huh. Well, their owlbears are going to be a problem.
Yeah,
Did the owlbears suffer?
It's
Um,
still
We
it's still
tried
kicking.
I don't know, or
It's
how
not
tasty
your
are
average
orcs?
owlbear.
Well, could I please ask that you deal with the owlbears so it stops eating my orcs?
We
That's
plan on
that's
doing.
that's
Well,
definitely.
you know,
the
there's
best.
plenty of good workers there. I can't
I'm-
lose more.
Oh, you're ogre too.
Oh, man, I liked him.
Yeah.
He owed me money, but I liked him.
We buried him. He's a
Oh, he deserved a burial. He was a good guy.
We all
She's a
seem to
pretty
be.
good guy.
I think at some point the owlbear is on our to-do list, but in the meantime,
You want to do the
Yeah,
owlbear?
you don't know what
to
that
kill
means.
list.
Oh,
But
gotcha.
in the
On a
interest
hit
of
list,
your
gotcha.
orc safety, probably best if they don't go into the woods.
Yeah.
I'm going to advise them that they don't, but I can't tell them what to do, so that's
Well,
going to be a
just
problem.
let them know that if they do go into the woods today, they're in for a big surprise.
And the owlbear seems to be making quite a
To-
picnic
because
out of
yeah,
it.
the owlbear.
I
had
feel like that's a reference or something.
No, he just rhymes sometimes. And
Okay.
makes it nice.
And
Nice phrases.
as he's having this conversation, you just suddenly see a hand close upon Tuthget's shoulder, and suddenly...
Oh, forgot. No. Ah.
Then just behind, as the arm just seemingly has to extend to about 6 feet long,
This is so much worse.
and grip the shoulder,
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
move into the side.
I never thought I'd miss Orville.
I think you'll find that the boss will have a conversation with you.
Okay.
Don't worry, that was what we're planning on doing next.
Merchant wants words.
Where will we find the merchant?
As he just gestures behind him, and you just see, once again, that carriage stood there at the foot of the hill.
How far away?
Man, cable.
About 20 feet.
Oh,
We
we
just
got
keep
some
the
good
table.
work last time.
As I said, how you doing, Orville?
It's going pretty good.
Yeah, you look good.
Why, I'm
You've
very
been,
glad.
you've been working out.
As he just goes, "Ooh," retracts back his arm. Yeah, I've been working out.
Yeah, it's working.
Glad you noticed, Tim. You're
Suits
good
you.
people.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Respect.
I love how it's physically he just looks and acts worse.
Yeah.
But he's such a nice guy with Tim.
So far.
So far, yeah. I mean,
As
I'll
you-
take that.
As you head towards the carriage,
And 2 broken
it
arms.
feels colder as you approach. And that is where we will end this episode.
Ooh, misty. Haha.
We did nothing this episode. We did nothing.
I just quipped.
No, I had a chat with the vampire.
Yeah, Charles.
Most of
Yeah,
it went
you
over
got
my head,
licked.
but
Oh,
It
I
always
did,
have
I
that
did heal
problem.
Some
Tim.
people would count that as a win.
Some people, not the right people.
I did Giga heal Tim to be there, so that was good.
yeah, that
Yeah,
was amazing.
but that was a potential, like,
Oh yeah.
kill.
You had to survive.
You
too
could have
long.
choked on that.
Yeah.
You did have to
But
survive.
we did
that.
It
managed to
dissolved the bloody
temporarily
copper
bury
coin.
Yeah.
him.
I sipped
Yeah.
it. I tried it.
He was buried briefly.
Right.
Well, thanks very much, everybody. I certainly hope you had a very good episode. We had some fun. Less action than before, but some fun. I certainly hope you all enjoyed. And remember, see you next time. Keep rolling.
I'm going to enjoy fighting that fucker.